You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair and Mazz in the Midday.
In the Midday.
There you go. Welcome back, everybody. Another Wednesday edition, June 22nd, 2022. Quick shout-out before the show starts. Happy birthday to my mom.
Shout out
Mama Cafone.
And remember, Estamos no es
Match week.
Has that joke really run its course yet?
Oh, yeah, that was the last one.
Okay. We done now?
Yes.
No more Estamos
Dude, we just had Mazz on the match week, dude. Are you kidding me?
It was Mazz on the match week.
Hashtag 4 hours of Mazz.
It's Mazz week.
Mazz week.
Well, we are back again for another episode. Anthony Cafone, Brandon Morazzo, Ben Giroux for the last time this summer, and Connor Cupin. Ben
just had to go be a lifeguard.
Exactly right. I mean, this is a send off episode. We're gonna give Ben one last final great episode before he starts his summer job, and
I can't think of a better way to give Ben a nice little send off than Ben. Where do you want to go first?
You know what? Let's start with the NBA draft. That's tomorrow. It's tomorrow night.
Started with the draft, and we just had.
We just had a conversation about it before we got
Let's
on.
Start with the draft because he wants to avoid the elephant in the room. You know what? I'm taking this back from Ben right now. I'm so sorry because I gave him the opportunity.
Crazy.
I gave you the opportunity to do the right thing, and
you did the right thing. We always start with basketball.
But we start with the biggest news in basketball.
And
the draft is not the biggest news in basketball right now.
It's up there.
It's the
second biggest.
The chip just happened right now. The Celtics have fallen. Steph Curry has cemented his legacy into the top 10 of NBA history. Okay? I'm sorry, Tim Duncan has fallen off the list for me.
Whoa!
I said it. Oh, I like that. Where's that come from? Okay, that is just way too long.
Sorry, it's an 8-second clip. You gotta do
that. Is an 8-second clip.
You just gotta deal with it, okay?
I guess so, but anyway, I lost my train of thought. Tim Duncan is off the top 10 for me right now, fellas. But we'll get to that another day, or maybe later on in the show. Ben, you thought it was gonna happen. Here we are. Steph Curry gets the job done. How you feeling?
Honestly, I'm not too mad about it. The Celtics had a pretty successful year. Went from 23 and 24 to the second seed and finals appearance. Pushed the Warriors to 6, something that not a lot of teams can do, not a lot of playoff teams could do. There was a lot of Jason Tatum slander, which I was not a fan of, even though he's 24 years old in his first finals appearance.
No, he's still 19.
I think he put that on
19.
himself, though.
I'm sorry, though, but it's also his, was it 5th NBA season?
Yeah.
5th NBA season.
He's in his prime now. You say 24 years old, but he's been playing in this league for 5 years now. So when do you have to start accounting for the time he's played?
There was too many Kobe posts to go out and play like that in the finals. You can say that Kobe's been inconsistent at times, but just know when it came to big games, I mean, yeah, you can have like Detroit against them. But, I mean, everybody played bad against Detroit because they undervalued that team. But you cannot go out there with the Kobe Bryant comparisons, buying into it, texting Kobe, whatever, like, I'm playing this one for you. Like, the whole thing was just a little cringe.
I've one Kobe comparison for you. One Kobe comparison for you. Jason Tatum's field goal percentage in his first NBA Finals series, 36.7%.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant's field goal percentage in his first NBA Finals appearance, 36.7%.
And how old was Kobe when that happened?
Dude, I don't remember.
Dude, he was like 19.
I don't know about that. I think
he was
like 21.
I think he was 21. He was in his 20s, like early 20s.
When he was 17.
That was 96.
Okay.
And then his first finals appearance was 2000. Yeah, so it's like 4 years.
So he was what?
21.
21.
Still. 24 to 21 in basketball is a big jump, dude.
Yeah, but remember, LeBron won his first at 27, too. He was drafted straight out of high school. What was he, 17?
And LeBron
18?
didn't have anyone for the first, 10 years of his career.
Exactly.
I mean, listen, if LeBron had this Boston Celtics team, he has more chips, and we're probably calling him the GOAT.
That's true.
I said it. But for right now, Michael Jeffrey Jordan is cemented.
I just think the Boston Celtics guard play this entire series was just
I think the
atrocious.
entire Boston Celtics play outside of Robert Williams was atrocious.
And Horford. Yeah, Horford's got
No. Horford had put up 2 points in that, what was that, game 3?
No, but he just wasn't taking shots.
That's on him.
Yeah.
It's not like he could. Dude, he had mismatches, did not utilize it. Now, maybe that's on Udoka, but I'm going with him because at the end of the day, he can do what he wants.
Bruh.
I said it. If it's on Udoka, listen, if Udoka's telling Al Horford not to go after it, I mean, Where was the advantage in the postgame? Was it not?
I mean,
dude, listen. James Wiseman wasn't around. Draymond's always been an under-centered guard, and Draymond came alive in this series, but like still, they had the height advantage. They should have been pounding the paint the entire time, not passing out of the paint. They should have been setting up the paint.
How much of a factor do you think Jason Tatum wanted and Jaylen Brown wanting to be like a dog factor?
Well, Jaylen Brown had 34 points.
I don't know.
Jaylen Brown has a very
they were
good
pulling up
series.
Him and Smart as well. Smart was pulling up from.
But they're doing everything that they could because they couldn't get anything rolling on offense though. That was their problem. They'd pass it to the post and try to get something else moving when the post was their best point of attack with that team.
Yeah.
Okay? When you're facing guys like an Andrew Wiggins, like an Otto Porter Jr., they have length. They're good perimeter defenders. With Wiseman being out, you got Kevon Looney, who was in foul trouble half of the entire finals, if not all the finals. Okay? That should have been the point of attack. I think if Al Horford becomes your second option and one of them takes a slightly back roll at Jason Tatum, they might have won this series.
And it's not like Boston doesn't have 17 centers to throw at Kevon Looney and figure out how to get that last foul or even score on him also. He's not going to be able to
They
foul.
got bodies in Boston for defense. They didn't even play Daniel Theis. Not that he should have, but like if somebody got into foul trouble, that's somebody that should have been okay to come off the bench if somebody's in foul trouble. Okay, so they got depth down low in Boston.
So now Golden State has championship number 4.
Dynasty.
Seven
they
years.
were already one, but now they got one.
So we've already said a few weeks ago that this would put Steph in the top 10. Where are you putting him now?
Steph has jumped a lot of guys and knocked somebody off the list for me. As I said, Duncan is now off the list. And I think
I put Steph at 9 all time.
I actually got Steph a little higher than that. I think Steph has just jumped to, I think he's at 6 all time for me.
That first Finals
That's
MVP helps too.
I think I'm rocking with it because dude, they should not have won the series.
Ooh.
What?
I don't think they should have won the series. You look at the odds that was going into it. I thought they were going to win the series.
They were a better team.
I don't know if they were a better team.
I agree with you. They were the better team. I wanted my Celtics to win.
I don't think they were the better team on paper.
They had championship pedigree.
Hold on. Clay's coming off an injury. Okay, from 2-year hiatus, your second best player, who should have been your second best player.
ACL and Achilles.
Okay,
we all know Clay might not even be their second best player. Wiggins was their second best player.
Wiggins, I'm saying who's supposed to be their second best player. Klay Thompson out for 2 years. Wiggins was not supposed to be this. We all said he should not have been an all-star.
No, he should have been an all-star.
Not a starter.
Not an all-star.
Yeah, not a starter is what I'm saying.
Okay,
sorry, my bad. I should have clarified.
Yeah.
Should not have been an all-star starter. So kind of overhyped at the end. They had nobody down low. James Wiseman's been out forever. Okay, so if you're looking at them on paper, Boston probably should have won this game, this series. Okay, you have two bright young talents who were two of the better scorers in the league. Marcus Smart looked like a great facilitator throughout the season. Defensive player of the year. Al Horford popping off for turning the clock back to Atlanta times at any moment. All right. One of the best interior defenders in Robert Williams III. Grant Williams actually looks comparable. I loved Grant down in Tennessee, but let's be honest, he was looking like a clown there for a bit in the league, and he had the JaVale McGee treatment where things actually are...
Shaq'd and a fool.
Yeah, dude. He was Shaq'd and a fool for a bit. And then Boston gets their stuff together, and then he buys in, and now you have Grant Williams looking like a great defensive role player. Okay? Right. There was a lot of things going for this Boston team, and on paper, probably should have won the series.
Now, before we move off of this subject, I want to ask you guys real quick. Does Boston get another chance in these next upcoming years?
Yeah, I don't think it's next year, but I think they need to add a point guard. Marcus Smart...
hold on. I have an idea. Since Malcolm Brogdon is around a lot of trade rumors, what do you think about Malcolm Brogdon's fit in Boston?
Take Kyrie.
No, I don't want Kyrie again. No.
I'm going to be honest. I think Brogdon is a lesser Marcus Smart.
But he's a better facilitator.
Fair, but you're giving up defense and it's the same amount of shooting. I'd actually say that Marcus Smart probably has a better shot. You need somebody that can space the floor. You need that next level point guard. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not opposed to potentially breaking up the core to bring in a point guard.
Who would you send away? Jaylen Brown?
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
You didn't know. You can't break up.
And what I mean by breaking up,
Caitlin.
let me restate that. What I mean by breaking up the core, I mean like this core of the team. Like I'm okay with sending a Marcus Smart out and another piece to bring in somebody.
But he
That's
provides value. I'm sorry. He provides
he does
value.
provide value, but is he enough to win a chip? I don't know.
There's 4 untouchables for the Celtics, though.
He's
There's
not a
4
star
untouchables.
player. Sorry.
Who's your 4 untouchables, being a Celtics fan?
Tatum,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Rob Williams, Marcus Smart. Those are my 4 untouchables.
Okay.
Everybody else is fair game.
I think Rob Williams can get traded. He showed value in this.
He's the most expendable out of those 4.
Yeah, but you said he's untouchable. So
No, yes, those are the untouchables. But if the Celtics are trying to get a trade going for a better point guard, out of those 4 untouchables, Rob Williams is the most expendable.
Let me ask
would
you a
get rid of
question.
him.
Let me ask you a question. Not that it would happen, but if you could work a deal to bring in a Damian Lillard, would you do it?
Does that mean giving up Tatum or Brown?
Maybe Brown. Yeah, I'd say Brown.
If
I'd do it.
You have to do it. You absolutely
Heartbeat.
have to do it because that's going to be your best bet. He's
I don't
better
know,
scorer,
but
better spacer.
it's also you're planning for the future as well. And Dame's only going to be in the league for
Dude,
another
what are
couple
you
of
planning
years.
for the future, though, if you're not winning a championship? It's all about winning the chip at the end of the day. Give me one great season of winning chips.
Versus like 17 seasons of making the
Of just-
championship series, the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah.
Literally give me losing in the East, 10 years of losing in the Eastern Conference Finals or winning 1 championship. Give me that one championship all day. Because that's what are we playing here for?
The Rams.
I'm sorry, but that contradicts everything you've ever said to me. As a Laker fan, like they
No, it's
won
not.
a championship with LeBron, and you go, LeBron's a bum, LeBron's never
No,
gonna be-"
no,
but he
hold
won
on.
a championship for you, and now you're
Time
saying
out.
that one championship's enough.
I said when you pair LeBron James and Anthony Davis together, and you give up that much for the 1 championship, when you have Lonzo Ball, who literally you could win a championship. Brandon Ingram, I'm fine with him losing. Kuzma should have been the piece that left, as I said multiple times. But it's not like Lonzo Ball is a guy that you can win a championship for. It's not like I don't think Marcus Smart could be your starting point guard and win a championship.
I don't
is
think
what I'm
Lonzo
saying.
Ball could be a starting point guard. and
Oh,
win a
absolutely. He's a better
I think
facilitator,
he
better
could.
spacer, and plays just as good as defense.
No way.
Absolutely.
No shot.
Dude,
I'm
he's one of
sorry.
the
Hold on.
best perimeter defenders in the NBA.
Hold on, Lonzo Ball is a much better shooter than Marcus Smart is.
Thank you.
Marcus Smart has the edge on defense.
I'll give him the edge, but it's not like that big of a
not,
step.
It's not a massive gap.
Yeah.
It's a little
I'll
tiny
give him the
gap.
step, but Lonzo's also the better facilitator.
Yes.
Stop it. Get some.
Whoa! Why are you booing me? I'm right now, okay?
Why you booing me? I'm right.
And let me explain. I just had the Celtics fan agree with me that Lonzo's the better shooter. Their scoring is around the same. Lonzo's the better passer.
Smart and Lonzo
and
shooting.
Smart just plays better defense.
All right, Smart and Lonzo. I think their shooting's probably on the same pedigree.
Lonzo Ball just got while he was in New Orleans. New Orleans has the best shooting coach in the NBA. I don't remember his name, but he was working with Zion. And Zion, you saw Zion's debut game. He had 4 for 6 from 3, something like that. Like he was shooting the lights out. Lonzo Ball got worked. He got his shot fixed. He's no longer shooting over his shoulder. He's shooting more in the middle, which is better for your jump shot. He was putting up good numbers from 3 this past season.
Lonzo is a quality player, dude. I'm so sold on Lonzo, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
I'm
I would take
still
Lonzo
mad.
Ball.
As a Lakers fan, I'm still mad that Lonzo Ball is no longer around. Okay? And all I'm saying is, when you bring together LeBron James with the best big man when healthy in the NBA, okay, we're talking 2 ways here. Yes, Jokic is a better passer. When he's
Anthony Davis is the best all around.
Anthony Davis is the best all around. You want defense, you want scoring, clutch moments. That's the
him.
guy, okay?
Yeah,
the
I
only
agree.
problem with Davis is the injuries. But when you put those 2 together, only 1 championship coming out of that, it's a failed experiment. Okay? Because these are the level of guys that we're talking about. Jaylen Brown is a really good basketball player. Is he ever going to be considered the best at his position in the NBA? No. Tatum, maybe down the road.
As a shooting guard, though,
Is he the best?
There's so much competition.
Because I'll hit you with Bradley Beal right now.
There's so much competition.
Speaking
to
of
be the best
Bradley
shooting
Beal.
guard.
Speaking
Oh.
of Bradley Beal,
I like the
he just
transition.
declined a $36.4 million.
dude, he's
player
out. I
option.
want him out. He has to be out, right?
Washington is the only place that can give him the 36 mil.
But he has to be out, right?
Where do you think he goes from here?
You know what? I don't think it's gonna work. I could see Portland making a move.
There's no defense in that backcourt.
That's all right though.
The
You have all the
Clippers.
scoring, dude. That's a better. Listen, they're better than CJ.
What about the Clippers?
I don't want to see it, but that's deadly.
That would be nice.
That is so deadly if that happens.
But would they have to cut some guys just to?
You do
Oh,
it.
1,000%.
Who do you think they get rid of?
I mean, I think Reggie Jackson's going to be a part of the trade package if it. No, they have to sign him in free agency, right? They're gonna
Yeah.
be moving. They're gonna be moving Reggie Jackson.
Zubac.
Absolutely. Get that bum out of there.
Hey, man, he was their only legitimate center, basically.
He is horrendous. I mean, Serge Ibaka's contract got to be moving too, right?
And Serge is old.
Yeah. I mean, listen, PG, I don't even want to think about it. I'm getting sick right now, man. Bradley Beal with PG and Kawhi Leonard. This is 2K madness right now. Okay, you can't even make that trade happen on 2K without the what's the word I'm looking for? The trade override. That's the only way that it could happen, man. I mean,
Bradley Beal, during this season, and even during last season, there was a ton of Heat talk, but that died down once the Donovan Mitchell picked up. So, you know what I mean. I don't know if that's really an option. It could still be one, I guess.
They're division rivals, though.
There's no division rivals. There's not really any division.
I don't know.
Would you
trade if you're Washington? Would you trade Bradley Beal to the Heat?
Yes.
For what, like Tyler Hero?
No, it'd have to be a haul.
Yeah, it's Hero and more. Yeah.
It would for me if it would be like a sign and trade. Like I want Hero
Robinson. Take Duncan.
You probably add Duncanson
Duncanson.
I can't even say his name right now. Duncan Robinson.
You can take
My
Dunkin'
bad.
Donuts.
Duncanson Robinson. Schmuck. Anyway, you take Duncan Robinson. You probably got to put Kyle Lowry in that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I want more. Like I want picks. I want.
All right,
dude. You want a bag for him?
Would you want like picks down the line, like a 2029 pick?
Nah, dude. I want something that has value right now. You know?
Miami's first round pick doesn't have value right now.
And it never has value.
It never has value.
That's what I'm saying. You have to get a first round pick down the line just for
possibility.
Past the Heat.
If I'm the Washington Wizards, I'm not opposed to sending it to the Heat because of conference rival type thing, division rival type thing. I don't care about that.
There's no rivalries between those two teams.
Like if I'm the Heat, the only thing the only person I'm not trading for is Boston. That is
trading with, you mean?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. My bad.
Yeah.
That's the only team that's like, no, we're not giving them nothing. I'm not helping them out.
Oh, that's another close one.
That's like a new one. So yeah, maybe.
I'd say definitely those two are probably the two last teams they will make any deals with.
You can also make a case for Philly as well. But
I didn't even think about that.
Oh no, I got Philly over Milwaukee that they won't make. Well, they made a deal with Jimmy, right?
Yeah, that was a sign and trade with Jimmy right there.
Yeah.
So
listen, there might be another one in the future with Embiid. You never know.
No way. Bam is gonna have to go to Philly for that.
Yeah, and you do it all day.
Yeah.
You're telling me right now you don't trade Bam?
I'm saying I don't know if Pat Riley trades Bam because he was gonna trade him.
But I'm saying if he would trade him, would you not want that to happen?
I mean, I'd be sad to see him go, but Embiid, of course,
I saw the look in his eyes, dude, and I had to jump out of this chair right now because I was like, "You've got to be kidding me right now! You've got to be bathing me." That is the worst call in baseball, by the way. Yeah, whoever that guy was.
Wait, Hawk Harrelson you're talking about?
Yeah, that guy would have called Schmuck of the Week if I would have heard that when it happened. So
wait, Hawk Harrelson, you gotta be bleeping.
Bam
no, it's bathing. BATHING. He didn't say bleeping. He stumbled over the word and he said bathing me. I swear. We've played it so many times, it is ridiculous.
Yeah, Hawk Harrelson. For people who don't know, he was the TV announcer for the Chicago White Sox, and he's a bit of a homer.
Bit of a homer. For anybody that watches the New York Red Bulls out there, not that many of you do, watch a broadcast for them. He's that level of homer.
I've never.
Yeah, no, go watch it. You'll see it. Okay, that's on you. Well, if you want to.
If you want
to. I'm not telling you to do anything. All right. But anyway, back to where were we? I just almost went into cardiac arrest right there.
Listen,
he wanted Bam over Embiid.
No, I didn't.
Bam over. I never. You considered it. How dare you?
Bam almost got traded for Jimmy. That's what the original sign and trade between the Sixers and the Heat was.
And I would have done it back then too.
But Riley didn't want to give him up.
The Godfather makes it happen, right?
The Godfather makes it happen. Josh Richardson, guys.
Josh Richardson.
All it took was Josh Richardson and some picks.
So while we're talking about basketball and where guys are going, right? The Kyrie Irving saga has continued to the next chapter, and things aren't looking good. And
back to LA.
Is he staying?
It doesn't look that way. And if I'm the Nets and Kyrie's showing that he doesn't want to buy in anymore, I think you got to make a deal. Because
if KD, where does KD factor into this?
So I think if they get a second star in a trade for a Kyrie Irving, I think KD is willing to make another chance at it. Just see if they get a Lillard in a three-way trade with the Lakers. That's what I've been hearing, three-way trade, Lakers, Trailblazers, and Nets. If they can get a Lillard, send Kyrie to LA, and then LA sends some young guys to Portland.
Why can't we just make the trade happen, Russ for Lillard? It's not gonna happen, but why can't we make it happen?
I mean, but I'm saying, like, there's 3-way trades that I've been seeing all over like,
You saw the one with Houston with LA?
John Wall, right?
Dude, why would they ever
The Nets would
wanna
never
do
take
that?
John
They
Wall.
That's a
would
good
never take that.
$47.4 million to sit courtside.
No, listen,
Well, no. John Wall's
13
healthy.
no.
I just don't think
John Wall's gonna be fine. I just don't think that you trade a Kyrie for a John Wall. Especially, listen, the thing that you would want for a John Wall is the expiring contract more than anything. That's how the Lakers get out of Russ. That's how Houston gets out of John Wall without having to pay them and keeping them the whole season. Is teams that want to have the expiring contract and open up cap space down the line. Now, the problem for the Lakers is that they're in win-now mode. Houston has just, already blown it up a little bit. Christian Wood handed over to Dallas, which was a solid move for Dallas. And honestly, I think they're looking at their next center in the draft, so we'll see what happens with Houston, But coming back around, I don't think these 3-way trades necessarily work out. Unless the Portland one, does Brooklyn have picks to send? Because you're not straight up doing that.
they have someone's pick.
I mean,
I think this year.
I don't think. Yeah, it might be this year, but it can't be that great of a pick. Yeah, actually, you guys are towards the bottom. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, we're probably
it
at like
worth it?
20. We're like 20, I think, right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that worth it for like for a Damian Lillard? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have the
Brooklyn's
2027 and 2029 Lakers picks.
Brooklyn's pick is going to Houston because Houston and
The James Harden deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see how you get a Damian Lillard to the Brooklyn Nets without trading Kyrie. Like, you'd have to trade Kyrie as part of it.
yeah, 100% be part of the deal.
Star
Point guard for star point guard.
Yeah, in a 3-way deal, and where why would they want to get Russ?
I've also heard the Knicks, too.
I have heard the Knicks, which is crazy.
We
'cause
heard
he
that one
wanted
3
nothing
years
to
ago
do with
also.
that. Well, listen, everybody's saying that they didn't go there because that KD and Kyrie didn't go to the Knicks because they didn't want to go to the Knicks. That wasn't the case. They didn't offer KD a 4-year deal because Dolan's schmuck, okay? And that's why they didn't end up going there. Otherwise, the Knicks would probably be in a good spot right now. But no, they're the Knicks.
I mean, so the Knicks would have to send probably Julius Randle,
Yes.
probably Mitchell Robinson,
Yes.
and then what, like 2 firsts for Kyrie?
Do you think he's worth 2 firsts? If he's, you don't even know if he's going to play. That's the problem with Kyrie. All the potential in the world. Ben, do you think he's going to play next season, the whole season?
Like, are
Kyrie?
you talking about vaccination status?
No,
or are you
I'm
just
talking about. I'm just talking about like anything.
just goes wrong.
Just any case scenario insert, right? Obviously, we don't want nothing bad to happen to him specifically, but I'm just saying, insert any case scenario. Is Kyrie going to play above or under 55 games?
No.
I
What
feel
is that?
like
He's under 55 for me.
I think he plays 50.
I think he
if
could
that.
beat it.
What's up?
well,
If there's no more vaccination protocol,
yeah, I think
you
he
just got to
beats-
bank on injuries at that point.
Okay, so you guys are over.
Unless he gets
55.
hurt. If he gets hurt again,
I'd say 70.
I think he's under
okay.
50. What?
Yeah, I got under 55. I think he's probably going to play
I'm gonna
around
root
like
for
50
him this year.
to 53.
I'm
I
gonna
think he's
root
about
for him this
50.
year and say he can go 60 something.
I hope he got the cosign from Connor. That's all he needs.
I'm gonna root for him. I'm gonna root for him this year because the last few years have been rough to him. He got hurt in 2019 with the shoulder surgery. He barely played. Last year he couldn't play home games. 2021 might have been the only season where he was actually able to play, and they were the 3 seed that year. I'll root for him this year.
I'm
He'll
not
make
rooting
60
for him
again.
unless he comes to the Lakers. I'll tell you why. Those are all things that he was within control of, and he made his choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's the choice you got to live with.
No,
my
yeah,
friend.
he knows. Yeah, he knows.
He's also injury prone.
Is he injury prone?
Dude, he's been injury prone since he was in college. How many games did he play in college? Ben, get that stat for me, please.
I think he
only
played like 10.
5.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I
Penn-
don't
it's
even think
under
he
10.
played that.
It's under 10.
And he was still the first overall.
And he was still
pick.
the first overall pick because he's that level of talent. Okay, look at the first time that Cleveland got back to the finals when they had K-Love out, had Kyrie out, LeBron James holding down the fort by himself. Okay.
11 games.
11 games. Okay, I was
Wiseman
wrong, but-
played like a little bit as well, and he was second overall.
Yeah, but that
pick.
had nothing to do with injury.
That
That
had
was
to do
because
with
of financial
Memphis, yeah.
reasonings and Memphis.
That had to do with Penny getting more pennies.
Penny giving out pennies.
Penny giving out pennies.
You know.
Yeah. So
Where were we?
we were talking about Kyrie.
Thank you. I think Kyrie's out, dude. I just don't know where he's going.
I think he's out as well. Not to Miami, I'll tell you that much.
Get him to
Somewhere
the
else.
Lakers. I'm with it. I'm so for it.
The Knicks and the Lakers were potential suitors. We'll see how
So were the
that.
Clippers.
I heard the Clippers are, and that's not going to work.
No.
That's going to be a headache.
There's too much money
Talent-wise,
also.
Talent-wise, that could
No,
work.
I think Kawhi would do his job.
There's too much
It's
winning.
Kawhi's not the guy that I'm worried about.
you
It's
just think
PG and Kyrie I'm worried about.
I
Kawhi would
don't
never
think
complain.
PG's that bad of a teammate.
I don't think he's bad of a teammate, but I think Kyrie trying to be the second guy and PG already trying to establish himself as the guy with Kawhi not being around, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Listen, don't make no mistake about it. PG wants to be at least the second alpha.
Yeah, I don't think he could be a second alpha on a championship team. I think he could be a third.
I've said this, and I'm not opposed to that. Dude, he is so streaky. He has years where he looks absolutely untouchable, and then
He's
there's
third
other
in MVP
years
voting, yeah.
where he's just like, oh my god, this bum. Does he need to be the main scoring option? Is that it?
I don't know. It's just
it a mental
he's
thing?
He's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of player. You know,
You never know what you're gonna get with him.
he could be the bad version of PG. You can get the good version of PG.
I don't know. I will forever have a beef with PG and Kawhi because either one of them was supposed to come
To the Lakers.
to Tinseltown and they didn't want
They
to.
did come to Tinseltown.
Yeah, they just
the
went
other
to
Just the other side.
Yeah, they just went.
just
They just went to the other
they're
side.
playing.
Same arena
They're
as
playing
well.
in Crypto.com Arena. Sorry, Staples Center.
That is the worst name ever given.
I think that was
Arena.
the most evil stare I think you've ever
Crypto.com Arena.
That was the most
Crypto.com
evil stare.
Arena.
I don't know what hurt more, the Crypto.com Arena or the fact that one of those guys would have completed a new Lakers dynasty for us, and it's just not going to happen.
Remember when Paul George got booed when they were playing at Staples Center?
As he should. As he should. Okay? Paul George said for years, I want to come play for the Lakers. I believe they were his favorite team growing up. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, yeah, I can go link up with Kawhi and not be in LeBron's shadow. Sure. Kawhi Leonard, if the PG deal didn't happen, has said he would have been on the Lakers. But now here we are. Thanks a lot. I was just about to say, yeah, thanks a lot, Jerry West. He's the one who made the deal happen. Just giving back to every team in California but the Lakers these days. That a guy.
He got you like 9 championships, dude.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why he's not like he should have been a big part in the later years. He ends up with the Warriors, helps build the dynasty, and now he gets 2 great players over to the Clippers when they had basically Lob City, and that was it for their entire
This is a
history.
classic Laker fan right here. A guy gets you 10 championships, and all you can complain about is him being a productive player as another member of another team.
Dude,
He got you 10 championships.
he was the face of the league and only played for the Lakers. Of course, I'm mad he's helping other people out. By the way, Kobe Bryant should be the new logo. I said it.
I second that.
NBA draft talk.
Yeah, NBA draft talk.
Yeah, move me on before I just explode over here. All right.
So the NBA draft is tomorrow night. Where is it this year?
That is a fantastic question. That
Vegas, right?
it's bad that none of us have the answer to.
No one remembers.
Hey,
where
but
the
it's tomorrow
draft
night at
is.
8, so
Yeah, so tomorrow night at 8. Magic have the first overall pick. Thunder 2, Rockets 3, Kings 4, and Pistons 5. So it's the top 5.
Barclays Center.
It's in the Barclays Center.
isn't it always there?
Do you guys
Nah.
want to go to the draft?
Oh my!
Well,
I
hey, I'm
wish.
working till 5 tomorrow. So
Yeah, I work
we'll
till 10
see.
tomorrow.
I might
I'm
want to
working
go.
all
I might
day.
want to go to the draft if it's at the Barclays Center.
Well, so I just read out the top 5 real quick. It's going to be a toss-up who number 1 picks are. A lot of people are saying Jabari Smith, and that's the runaway consensus right now. Real quick, who do you guys got going number 1? This is the 3rd week in a row I'm asking this, so you guys better have your answers real quick.
I'm with Jabari Smith. That should be the lock for me.
Yeah, I'll go Smith.
I'm rocking
too.
with the Jabari train, just because the Magic are gonna Magic.
Listen, the Magic also already have their centers.
Yeah, they
already
have
have their
centers
guys.
and their guards. They have like
Yeah, they don't need.
3 guards selected in the top 5, 3 centers selected in the top 10.
Listen, they don't need another center. They need like forwards. They need wings.
They
you know?
need some,
And
they got Franz Wagner
Franz-
also.
Wagner's nice.
Listen,
I
I
like Franz
thought it was
Wagner.
Mo- I thought it was Mo Wagner.
No, he's on.
No,
he
no,
was
no,
on the
That's his
Warriors.
older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they just drafted Franz from
And
Michigan.
I think they
So
have
both.
Mo too.
They have,
No.
they have both now.
Mo
yeah,
is
but Mo rides the bench.
Yeah,
He's left bench.
Well, listen, we know
Left
we
bench.
know that Orlando loves guys with length, and Jabari Smith is coming in at
6'10", right?
6'10",
210.
220 pounds, averaging
220? Oh.
16.9 points, 7.4 rebounds. This just smells.
What are the shooting splits?
This smells Orlando.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you have his shooting splits?
I do not have
Because
the shooting.
he's a 3 and D.
Hold up. I got that he shoots 42% from 3. This is somebody that any team should be drooling over.
Yes.
And we know that Orlando likes their length.
So you're saying this guy could be a potential
This is a
KD?
stretch 4.
What's up?
You think this guy could be a potential KD sort of guy?
I don't know if he could be a potential KD. I'm just saying with the way that the league is going, this should this shouldn't even be a
This
question
is
who the
every
number one
team's
pick should
dream.
be.
This is every team's dream. Right
Okay,
here.
you have a 3-and-D guy with length. All right,
knock down 3-point shooter.
Well, that's what Wiggins was in the finals this year.
and that
So
was good enough to win a championship.
Exactly. So that's what teams are looking for now. You're looking for.
And he's young. He's a true freshman.
I already know the three type of player builds that teams look for now: point guard who can distribute and shoot threes,
Giannis.
a Giannis who can just slash, or a long wing guy like KD or Andrew Wiggins that just happened in the finals. That's the three body types they're looking for.
That's all they want these days. I mean,
Yeah.
not that other ones don't, appear, but that's what everybody's on the lookout for. You're not going to find the next Steph. Stop it. All right. Trae Young's the closest thing. Doesn't play any defense, though. All right. So stop looking for them. They don't exist.
One interesting thing is, I don't think they'll take Chet Holmgren there, right? But imagine if they did, right? They'd be pairing him with his high school point guard.
Brunson.
No.
Suggs.
Suggs.
Oh, Suggs. Sorry. That's my bad.
Number 2. What you guys got at pick 2?
Chet.
Chet probably.
Chet?
I think
Chet.
Chet is going.
To
It's Oklahoma
OKC.
City,
OKC,
right?
Yeah.
OKC's got that pick.
Chet
yeah.
and Pokashevsky, bro.
Dude.
I mean, OKC's building
those are
something, man.
two legitimate 7-footers.
If they
That
Chet-
can
hold
shoot.
on.
Pokashevsky.
If they get Chet, OKC's building something.
OKC.
They got Shea.
They have the
Shai
youngest
is
team
their
in the league.
Dude,
Soul.
Lugat's Dort is a dog. Dude.
He is.
He's
He's
a
a
defensive
good
monster.
he's a really good defender, dude. Like I'm talking like that kid could be the next Marcus Smart.
Could be.
Wow.
If he can shoot
Could be.
threes.
If he could get a 3, I think
If he can get his
he
offense
can shoot
down.
the occasional 3. I
And
think.
they
course,
got,
yeah.
And they
He's
got
streaky.
Dude, the defense though is.
and they got
immaculate.
19-year-old Giddy, man. Josh Giddy.
Josh Giddey is
Oh,
better than
Josh
Jalen
Giddey.
Green.
Oh, wow.
He can shoot. He's
Josh Giddey
6'8",
is
man.
nice.
I always forget.
He was
about
playing
Giddey.
point guard for a little bit last year.
Yeah.
6'8", playing point guard.
Yeah, he's got handles.
Like
Josh Giddey.
if they can get Chet Holmgren and they can develop him into get a little bit more muscle mass.
This team would be he needs a burger.
Yeah, the man.
He needs a
Chet
burger.
Holmgren needs a
He
Get
gets
burger.
the man a
T-bone.
burger.
Get some
T-bone
5
fan.
guys.
All right, pick 3. Paulo Banchero.
That's Paulo.
Banchero, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's who.
Is it
who's
Banchero?
Yeah,
Banchero.
Banchero. I thought it was
I
Banchero.
thought it was Banchero.
going to the Rockets?
Whatever he is. Sorry that we're
Paulo.
butchering the name. Paulo to the
Paulo.
Rockets. We're all there.
Yeah.
Dude, if the Sacramento Kings pick up Jaden Ivey,
They have so many guards, dude.
one they have
They're
too
not
many.
gonna.
You don't think so?
They traded away Halliburton.
No,
they traded away Halliburton.
They were out on the Jaden Ivey sweepstakes. The Knicks wanted to trade up for that pick because they wanted to get Ivy.
I think Sacramento goes after a Keegan Murray.
I like that.
They get.
I'm on
somebody
Ivy train.
He's a forward out of Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
Sophomore.
Iowa produces some pretty good forwards.
They do.
So
They're solid. They're solid forwards.
I mean,
They're
Luka
solid.
Garza is pretty good, but he's not getting. I don't think he's getting his fair chance right now in the
No,
NBA.
he's not.
But I think he could be a potential.
Who's playing shooting guard? Is it Mitchell playing?
Davion Mitchell?
Damian Mitchell, their starting shooting guard?
Davion. No.
Probably is Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, I think it is Davion.
Dude,
Actually.
listen.
Because they
off
traded away
night-
Buddy Hield and they traded away Halliburton.
I
so yeah.
love off night, dude. So like, you don't need a shooting guard necessarily, but he definitely needs to get his offense up.
Yeah.
Ivy. I'll take the Ivy train.
I think Ivy going to Sacramento is going to be the pick.
I think
just
so, too.
because
I'll take it.
is the Kings. They usually get it wrong.
Vladdy.
And they
Kim
are very
Gilchrist.
listen. They are very big at going with who they think the best talent is, which is okay. But the problem is that you don't trade for you guys barely make any trades. Yes, they just had the Sabonis trade, but when do they really make moves? They're not getting any free agents. You need to build through the draft, man.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you're a small market team that isn't a great organization.
There's another team that would like to build a little bit more depth through the draft and would also like to unload a massive upcoming contract, and that's Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they want to ship out John Collins.
Dude, they've been trying to ship out John Collins for
Years.
Yes, but there's
like the last 2 seasons for
Legitimately
no reason.
last
But
year.
listen to this. Listen to this. The Hawks get the 6th pick, Isaiah Jackson and T.J. McConnell, and the Pacers receive John Collins and the 16th overall pick.
Pacers will
that
win.
is such a Pacers trade. It's not even funny, but they don't need that.
No, they don't need Collins. He
Who
might
do
be
you think
he
they-
might be a nice asset for them.
What do you think the Pacers do need?
Guards,
What? They got Halliburton.
point guard.
Halliburton is their point guard.
Stop it. They converted him to a point guard.
He's been a point guard.
I
He was
thought they were-
drafted out of
what?
college
I thought
as a
they-
point guard.
Listen, I've only seen the kid play shooting guard, and I remember I thought they were rocking with.
He played off ball.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah. I thought they were
and
rocking with Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brogdon and Halliburton are the guards.
Interesting.
Halliburton's been doing most of the balls.
Yeah, and they got rid of Sabonis, so now they need a power forward.
Yeah.
They still have Miles Turner.
I don't know if
They
that's
got
gonna
O'Shea
last.
Brissett.
Dude. I think they should listen.
Shea Brissett.
I'm so for just blowing up the Pacers and letting Turner go to Charlotte.
What about
I don't know.
What about pick 5? The Pistons. Who's Cade gonna get to play with?
Probably what's his name?
Well, if the Kings get Ivy,
Ivy.
then they get
No, because I don't think the Kings are taking Ivy. I think
you think
Ivy,
the-
Ivy's
if the
going
I
to
have the
fall-
Kings taking Ivy.
Ivy-
Okay, but if the
Ivy falls
Kings-
to
If the
Pistons.
Kings take Ivy,
Who do
the
they get?
Pistons are going to get that forward out of Iowa.
Keegan
What was his
Murray?
name again? Yeah, Keegan Murray.
Yeah. I don't see this draft really going like just cookie cutter 1 through 5. Just everyone.
No,
is
there's
expecting
gonna
Dude,
be
to
trades
draft.
this is
Yeah.
going to go all over the place. Like everybody's mock draft is going to be busted by pick 4.
I do think that maybe OKC could trade out of that 2 spot if they get a nice haul.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
know why they wouldn't. Dude, they have so much potential. They have draft pick for days. It's time to start winning basketball games. Go get somebody.
I'm saying no, but here, if someone really wants Chet Holmgren at 2,
Yeah.
and they offer a crazy deal,
I'm
you
with
take
it. Absolutely.
Exactly.
There's nobody that's necessarily untouchable for me outside of the number 1 pick.
Outside Jabari Smith.
Dude, that is everything that a team is looking for these days. Jabari Smith has to be the number 1 pick, and don't give it away.
All right.
Unless you're getting an absolute superstar in the trade package, don't give it away.
Like a Wiggins deal. Like they
Yeah.
draft night, 2013.
Who's your pick 5, y'all?
Well, I said Ivy because I think he's fallen to 5, but you guys go.
Probably the Iowa, right? I mean,
Murray,
listen,
yeah.
they could go all over the place.
Yeah, this draft is going everywhere.
Dude, like I said, by the Kings pick, it's everybody's mock draft is
Yeah.
all
It's
over
all
the place.
gonna be busted.
That's gonna be the first domino to fall. If it's just like what everybody thought was gonna happen is not gonna go the way that we thought it went, and then everywhere else is just gonna be scrambling for where they think because the order is gonna fall apart right
Bro,
there.
give me
and this
Shaden
is
Sharp.
this is not a draft where it's like you need to draft somebody in this draft class for me. This is not that much of an impressive draft class for me.
Yeah. But if this draft is cookie cutter and the Kings take Ivy, I'm taking Keegan Murray at 5.
Yep.
Shaden Sharp.
I agree with
I got
that.
Shaden Sharp at 5.
I just don't think that Sacramento goes after a guy like Ivy
I just don't know what they're gonna
because
do.
they have De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, but Ivy's not really a point guard.
He's a combo guard, but he can handle.
He can, yeah, but I mean, it's not like it's gonna cause, him or Fox to have ball handling disputes.
No, Fox is gonna be the
Point guard,
Fox,
primary.
Fox is the one.
Yeah.
Ivy.
There's no
So they
doubt
could
about it.
absolutely go there. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with Connor on this one, to be honest with you. But like I said, I'm not even a fan of the draft. I don't like drafting players. They don't really.
Dude, I'd never pay attention to that draft.
you know,
what I gotta pay
when does the
attention for.
draft ever really work out? Sometimes, man. I mean,
Boston the past few years?
yeah, that's fine. But listen, I'm coming from this as a Lakers fan. The draft don't work out. Guys come to LA, can't handle the pressure. On to the next one.
Are you mad because the Lakers pick turned into the number 8 pick, which then fell to the Pelicans?
No, not at all. I'm mad that we're stuck with Russ, and I have no clue what to do with him. Okay, I have to have optimism with Darvin Ham coming in. Okay, but I don't know what we do. I don't see this working. It was supposed to work. We have no depth. I don't know how we get out of this. This is why I'm salty. And I'm mad because it's like all we had to do was trade Kuzma and keep Lonzo, and we would have never even entered this.
Hey,
This
well,
would have
you
been
know
fine.
what? Kendrick Nunn opted in, which means that you can sign and trade him.
Good.
Back to Miami.
$5 million.
Back to Miami.
Listen to me and listen to me right now. Anybody? Did Dwight Howard go back to the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who's not LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Dwight Howard, sayonara. On to the next one. I want you out of town. THT, never want to see him again.
Carmelo Anthony?
Sorry, forgot about Melo.
I was
forgot
about to say,
Melo.
you gotta
Malik
keep
Monk?
Melo.
I feel like Malik Monk and Melo would be put parts.
They'd be
of-
good pieces.
I feel like they're pieces that could help Russ get out of town. I feel like that's what's going with him. Okay, so if that's what it takes, Melo, I appreciate you. We haven't had anybody really average a solid 15 off the bench in years. But yeah, man, I'm so for parting with it. I don't know how it works. I'm salty. I just wish Lonzo would come back to Los Angeles.
Miss Lonzo
He's in
so
Chicago.
much.
I miss
now.
Lonzo so much. Yeah, and speaking of which, I'm pretty sure Zach LaVine's stuck there now too. So there goes those hopes.
Well, Dwight Howard's actually a free agent right now, so
Dwight Howard's a free agent.
it was a 1-year contract last year, not a 2-year.
Time to
I
evaluate.
don't
right
know.
now-
I'm fine with bringing back Dwight just because they need somebody that can bang down low. But
And then last story here in the NBA hour, Kenny Atkinson
dude, what
pulling
is
out
he
of
doing?
Charlotte. Charlotte offered him the job, but he says no. I'm going to stay an assistant with Golden State and see how. I personally think he's using that
for the Utah job?
I think he's leveraging it for the Utah job. That's my personal opinion.
Why? What is the difference of going with Utah than going over
Utah's
with
track record.
Here's my.
What's the
Utah
track
has
record? The track
superstars.
record of not getting the job done.
But that's
they-
not
they-
his
but
fault.
they've been more
They've been a
successful than
train
Charlotte.
wreck.
But Utah?
In the playoffs, they've been a train wreck.
I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about just recent success.
Hey, no, look, I
They've
hear.
been winning more than Charlotte.
Here's what he's trying to
When was
say.
the last time Charlotte's been in the playoffs?
Who are you-
2016,
I think it
2017?
was like last season.
I'm
No,
gonna
they
be
weren't
honest.
playing.
I'm gonna be honest.
That doesn't count.
Call me crazy, but listen. If Mitchell's staying, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I don't think Mitchell's staying.
That's different.
I don't
yeah.
think there's anything to make Mitchell stay.
Yeah.
I think he's shipping out.
Yep.
So that's why LaMelo Ball has become so much more appealing to me if I was Kenny Atkinson.
What if that's what Atkinson's waiting
think
for
you
to
hit the
see
nail
what
on the head.
happens in Utah? What if he's waiting to see what happens in Utah
That's
before
exactly
making
what-
a decision?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Some people are so far behind. Thank you. They think they're in front of the race.
I literally said he's gonna leverage his Utah, the Utah job.
Yeah, no. If Mitchell's staying, I'm with you. I just don't think that he's staying. LaMelo Ball is looking like a generational talent. Why wouldn't you want to coach that? This is a good coach, and you know what? Hey, it is what it is. You want to go be an assistant on the championship squad. You want to be an assistant coach. Guess what? You're never gonna be remembered. You're gonna be forever remembered as
Still
the
have a
guy
ring.
that the Nets didn't want,
Still have a
that
ring.
KD didn't want.
Still have a ring.
But who cares?
Still have a ring.
But nobody, dude.
You
name,
keep saying still has
Dude,
a ring,
ring.
still has
okay,
a ring, but like,
tell me a guy who's been an assistant coach that you remember for being an assistant
cares?
coach.
David
Ime
Fizdale.
Thank you,
Udoka.
my point.
Who cares?
Thank you, my point.
Ime
I'd rather be an
Dude,
assistant
he's a head
coach.
coach now, right? That's what he's
Yeah.
going to be remembered for. This run is what he's going to be remembered for if he does nothing else.
Yeah.
He's going to do more, but if he did nothing else, hypothetically, this is what he's remembered for.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, being an assistant coach is not a bad gig,
Dude, why wouldn't you want the keys to the castle? Who wants to just ride along for the ride?
but you're also leveraging a spot that you know it's a good situation you're in. Golden State's a great situation.
Yeah.
You just won a championship. You
I don't-
don't have to deal with
but you
the
know
media.
what?
You don't have to deal with all those other aspects that come with being a head coach.
Atkinson isn't betting on himself to be a head coach again. He already knows about like his past in.
Brooklyn.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the city. Thought about his past in Brooklyn. He's not. I don't think he's betting on himself. If he wants to stay, I mean, by all means, go stay for a winning program. But I think as an NBA coach, you have to take the big risk and go out there and implement your own system somewhere else.
I'm with Ben.
I think that's what I would do, you know? I would go out there and, put my system into a different team.
Now, do you guys
You
think
know?
that it's the Jordan ownership is the problem here?
That was one thing I also
be
said.
it could be a
That's
factor.
the only thing that I could think of. Listen, Mike's the GOAT player.
Terrible owner.
I don't want to say he's a terrible owner.
He drafted Kwame Brown.
How many of his
Okay,
draft
Mazz,
picks?
You got
Mazz,
me.
come on.
Okay.
He drafted Kwame Brown.
You got
How
me.
many draft picks has he legitimately hit a home run on? LaMelo,
Wait a
Kemba,
Malik Monk, if that.
LaMelo, and Kemba. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he in 20 so drafts, he's really not been a great drafter.
No. And Malik Monk has only shown promise for this past season. Really, I mean.
And Kemba was number 1 overall pick. LaMelo was number 2 overall pick. So it wasn't like controversy of who he was going to pick.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
Wait a second, dude. The Washington Wizards selected Kwame Brown. What are you talking about?
he was
ownership.
Yeah, he was
He was
player
ownership
manager.
with the Wizards.
Player GM.
Was a player. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude. When you said that, I was like, dude. He did not own Charlotte at that time. They were definitely on the Wizards today. My bad. I apologize, Ben.
He was like Jackie Moon.
Hit me with it. Thank you.
Ben on his last
Hey,
day.
man, he was Jackie Moon.
Everybody love everybody. All right.
Jackie, man.
Everybody love everybody. But
You
here's
know the first time I watched that movie was 2 months ago with Ben.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the first time I watched it was during the pandemic.
Love that movie.
Great.
Semi-Pro, great movie. If you want to watch it, check
Watch
it out.
Hustle with Adam
Yeah,
Sandler.
if you want to,
gotta watch
only if you
that.
want to.
If you
Hey,
want,
only
do what
if
you
you
want.
want to, man.
Do what you want.
Do what you want.
But as I was saying, I don't think Mike is necessarily a bad owner. I just think for a long time there, he was just hooking up guys that he was cool with jobs.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I guess he was a bad owner, but
I guess.
dude, things are
suppose.
looking up in Charlotte. They look like he's finally, forget the friendships. I mean, listen, Mike is not opposed to cutting off friendships. I mean, him and Chuck aren't even friends anymore because of the criticism
Him and
that
Pippen.
Chuck was giving with them. That's on Scotty. Okay. Scotty's salty. Get over it. You signed a bad contract. All right. What was that? Like 18 mil for like
7 years.
7 years. All right. That is the worst business practice I've ever seen in history. All right, Scotty, get over it. You'll forever be the second fiddle. You couldn't be the guy. You weren't the guy in Portland. You couldn't complete the super team in Houston. All right, you couldn't even win the chip with a championship caliber squad without the GOAT. Congratulations, you're the number one Robin for eternity. Get over yourself.
The number one Robin for eternity. Wow.
So that's about
My
wraps up
goodness.
our NBA.
No, it doesn't, because Mike D'Antoni is going to be the new Charlotte Hornets head coach, and they're not going to do anything besides have a fun offense. Now we're done
Now
with
we're
the
done.
NBA.
Now we're done with the NBA hour. So moving on to the NFL, Rob Gronkowski calling it quits for a second time in Tampa.
He's
Can't go
coming
to
back.
Detroit. I'm retired.
He's retired.
I'm retired.
I'm retired.
Can't go to Detroit. I'm retired.
He's coming back.
Did you ever see that clip though?
Yes.
Where he was like, "They're trading me to Detroit. I am retired."
Yeah. Nah, he's coming back. He's gonna
For what? For Tampa?
yeah. He's gonna take a couple weeks off, a couple months off, and then like mid season, he's gonna join back up again. He's gonna get the itch. Tommy Boy's gonna be winning some games. And Gronk's gonna be like, can't let Tom go through it alone, dude. I gotta build up my resume because I'm trying to compete with Tony Gonzalez for the greatest tight end of all time here.
I think he already is.
You think Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time?
Yes.
Won what? 3 big games? 4 big games?
I
The
think.
Soupies.
Listen, I think here's the problem with why I can't say that Gronk's the GOAT. 1, Tony Gonzalez. 2, was he even the best tight end on that roster when Aaron Hernandez was there?
Yes, he was.
I don't know. Hernandez was really good.
I think Gronk, if you factor in his blocking as well, I think he's better.
I don't know. I think Hernandez could have been so well. And I think if Hernandez doesn't want to play gangster, they would have won more. He would have been a main target there. They would have just been running a 2 tight end set. It would have worked out.
Yeah, he would have been the tight end too.
And he would have been the tight end 1.
He would have been the 2 if Gronk,
I don't know, dude. I think he was the better receiver out of the 2 of them.
That's-
Dude, Gronk is great. Don't get me wrong. It's just Gronk.
But Hernandez was the 2 when they played together.
Yeah.
I think he had the potential to be the 1.
Potential.
Yeah.
Potential. That's the key word.
It's potential. But here's the thing, though. As we always say, the best ability is availability. And that's why I got to rock with Tony G. Gronk's number 2 on my list.
I just, based on the winning factor,
Yep.
and Gronk and Brady having probably the best connection of any quarterback tight end duo in the history of football, I think that puts Gronk ahead of.
And who was Gonzalez playing with in Atlanta?
in Atlanta? Matt Ryan.
Thank you.
You're acting like Matt Ryan wasn't an MVP quarterback.
Not when he was there with Gonzalez, that's for sure.
He was pretty good when he was with.
He was
He went to an
okay.
NFC Championship game then.
He was okay. Okay, and let's not act like the Patriots only won the big games because of Gronk and Brady.
And by the way, why do you say Atlanta? He was more known for a Chief than being a Falcon.
I was getting there afterwards.
I think in Kansas City he played with
Come on.
was it Trent Green?
Yeah,
Exactly
probably.
my point.
Trent Green was an average NFL quarterback.
Thank you, my point.
But also, think about it. Who else was Brady thrown to outside of Gronk?
Deion Branch. Wes
DeMarcus
Welker.
DeMarcus was gone by then.
Well, Randy
Deion-
Moss was
Wes
there for a bit,
Welker.
wasn't
Randy
he?
Moss.
Yeah, but Randy Moss, that was like he played with him for 1 year.
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker.
Yes.
All-pro
Welker.
wide receiver.
All right,
Thank you.
for 3 years.
Thank you.
And then for the last 3 championships,
and
he
look
was
at-
by himself.
Julian
Look at the
Edelman was a
time
Super
out,
Bowl
time out.
MVP.
Time out and look at the past championships, dude. Who is he throwing to? Mike Evans. Help me. Godwin. Was AB on that
AB?
championship?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm done. That's my mic drop on it.
Okay, so in one of his championships, he had a great receiving core. The other 3,
And he also had the greatest coach of all time. And the other ones. And always a solid defense. Gonzalez didn't have help like that, man.
also Gronk was getting double teamed, bro.
Also,
You're
Brady,
telling me Tony Gonzalez wasn't getting double teamed?
Also, Brady,
you.
Brady used to take
I don't know
pay
about
cuts
Yeah, Brady has also taken pay cuts to make stuff
strategic.
happen. Come on, dude.
It was strategic.
Do you not think Gronk's the GOAT?
He is.
No, how? You just said your star quarterback's taking pay cut to make the roster even better. Ben, you just argued against yourself.
Listen.
And just hit you with a doink because you just argued against.
Come on, you're ruining my point, Ben.
Thank you.
You're ruining your last.
I was trying to say the Patriots
This
add
is-
defensive pieces, so the Patriots will always have a solid defense. So then Tom Brady can just chuck the ball to Rob Gronkowski.
Ben, you're
win
ruining
games,
your point.
Make touchdowns.
You're
Like,
literally ruining your point. This is why Ben's mic is usually off during non-basketball segments because he makes bad points.
Ben, this is your last show, and you're just getting absolutely flamed.
That's on him, dude. Right? I mean, like, listen, I gave him the chance, and he knew where to start the show. And he's like, no, I want to start with the draft because I don't want to take the heat right now. And then he comes into this, and it's just patriotism fanboy is just coming out. And I understand. I'm a Cowboys fan. I get it. It happens. Sometimes we want things to happen, and they're just not true. And it is what it is. Gronk's a great player. He's not Tony G. Thank you.
So where's Jason Witten?
Brother, this guy stinks!
Don't boo me, man. I'm right.
Oh my
As a
Dude,
Cowboys fan.
he literally just argued against everything that you built up to. Ben came in two
Knock it down.
sentences and ruined it the whole thing. And
knocked
now
the
I got
house down.
Connor hyping me up. I can't
Connor's
even-
hyping up Jason Witten.
What?
What?
You just said, "Where's Jason Witten?
Where's Jason?
Witten?
No, I'm saying where is he on your top 10 as
4.
a Cowboys fan?
He's top 5, but he's nowhere near Gronk.
No, yeah.
He's not Gronk.
Do you put Kelsey in top 5 already?
Ooh,
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I think he's probably 3.
3.
Yeah.
Kellen Winslow.
Kellen Winslow. I was gonna say
Kellen
Kellen
Winslow's
Winslow.
up there.
I think Kelsey, man. Well, you know what? I
Shannon
think
Sharp.
let me-
Antonio Gates.
Oh, Antonio Gates gotta be 3. Gates gotta
Hey,
be
what
3.
about Uncle Shannon?
Gates gotta be 3.
top 10.
Shannon's probably 5 or 6.
I'd say Shannon's that.
Okay,
5.
hold on. Let me do this. All right. Realistically,
Tony G.
I got ahead of myself here. Tony G. Gronk. I don't think it's Winslow, dude.
Gates.
Winslow was so nice.
I don't know. Gates has the longevity factor, but he doesn't have anything to prove for
He
it.
was dominant for
dominant, but they
7 to
haven't
8
won
year
anything.
period.
They had the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense and lost. That was the Chargers.
Vernon Davis.
Okay, because their special teams were that bad. No, stop.
Vernon Davis.
Like a Vernon Davis in
Yeah.
the top 5 tight end debate.
I'm just throwing a name in there, man.
Stop it.
I'm just throwing names.
Get some help.
Yeah, you need to stop it.
Stop it.
Hey, I'm just throwing names
some
in, man.
help.
I'm just throwing names in.
I don't know. I think Kittle and Kelsey are gonna be pretty solid. I think. Well, listen, Kittle.
Jeremy Shockey.
Dude, Jeremy Shockey is the most underrated player at tight end there's ever lived. All right, Shockey was the man. I hate the Giants, and Shockey was the man.
Jeremy Shockey was indeed the man.
The man.
The man.
The man. But yeah, tight ends probably one of the more easier positions to just rank when you talk about football. Just because there hasn't been that many all-time
Well,
great
here's
tight
the
ends.
problem: is that tight ends historically have been used for blocking schemes most of the time, and now with the passing game becoming what it is, they're getting out there. Like you see,
Kelsey,
Travis
yeah.
Kelsey get targeted.
Mark
how many
Andrews,
times a game?
Kittle, Waller. You see these guys just continuing to make big.
Oh, little breaking news.
What happened?
Congress to subpoena Snyder, the slime ball known as the Commanders' owner, Dan Snyder, will have to testify before Congress after skipping today's hearing on workplace culture allegations. Hopefully, this is the end of the era. Listen, I don't usually stand up here and pray for people's downfalls.
But
That's
this
the guy
is the
that needs to
exception.
go.
Yep.
He's a bad guy. Bad man.
Bad
man.
Okay. He's just not a good guy, dude. It is what it is. This, I can't. The only worse owner I could think of in sports through my lifetime is Donald Sterling. Just as in terms of conduct. And
Yeah.
that's because Sterling literally ran, his business model was to run his team like a plantation. And I don't know how that guy even lasted. How long has he did? Okay. That's public enemy number 1 here at Mazz in the midday.
Dan Snyder, then Dolan.
90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair Mazz in the midday.
In the midday.
If you for our top 3 villains of ownership cancers. Okay. No, public enemy number 1 in ownership.
It's Donald
Sterling was number 1, even though the show wasn't even created when he was there. But still, he's within our lifetime. That's number 1. Dan Snyder, number 2. And there is a drop-off, but James Dolan would have to be probably right there with it, okay? Until somebody starts, doing Dan Schneider-esque things. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's probably going to come around. The Panthers guy was up there, too, for a bit. I forget his name. They made the guy sell the team.
The Panthers guy?
The Panthers owner? Didn't he have to sell the team or something like that?
I don't.
There was some misconduct going on there, but if that's the thing, like James Dolan's just bum, but like he's not necessarily an awful human being when it comes to like misconduct. He's an awful human being for throwing legends like Charles Oakley out of the garden, all right, and the fact that they had Spike Lee thrown out and arrested because he came through his normal entrance because the guy and throwing out fans because they can't sell the team when he hasn't done anything. Like, we don't need to get into Dolan, all right?
Talking about Jerry Richardson?
Possibly.
Panthers.
Yes. Old white guy, dude. Crusty white
Jerry
guy.
Richardson, yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. I mean, he could be up there, but that wasn't really
Stan Kroenke?
as talked
Yeah,
about.
Stan's done some pretty terrible things, but like, you ever hear the story of Stan?
Help me out, refresh my memory.
He's the Rams owner. He also owns Arsenal, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, he's
he
up
tried.
there.
He tried to get.
I was thinking of the Red Zoner, too. The old lady.
Marge.
Dude, Marge got to be up there. Marge over Dolan.
Yeah, but she was in our lifetime, though. We're talking about our lifetime, right?
Yeah.
Marge was before our lifetime.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, Kroenke, he owns. Didn't he try to get the soccer leagues to?
Yeah, the
To
Super
survive- the
League.
Super
He
League,
tried
that's
to
what
do
he
the
tried.
Super League, which would have been the worst thing and just would have just killed smaller clubs in soccer. Cannot wait for the Match Week in the Midday collaboration. We can
Match
talk
Week
about
in the
that with
Midday.
Artie. That's going to be a fantastic
I like it.
episode.
But also-
coming
It's got
down
a
the
nice ring to
He-
it.
Yes, it does.
He forced I think a few farmers off their land in
Oh, I'm sure.
rural California to build the Rams practice facility, and unfortunately
Bad guy.
one of the guys one of the farmers mental breakdown just
Really?
because of it. Yeah, it was
I didn't
horrible.
even know about that.
Stan has done some pretty horrible
I mean, was there
things.
a situation?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. Bad guy,
bad horrible.
got to be up there. Way to go! What's his name? Kroenke?
Stan
Stan.
Kroenke.
Stan Kroenke making his way over Dolan. Dolan's never pushed the guy off the land.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't push
Dean
the guy out of the
Spanos.
stadium.
I don't know. You know what? Dolan's probably caused some mental breakdowns in his time.
Yeah. Apparently he runs the Knicks
He
Crazy.
He runs the Knicks as his secondary operation. All the money that the Knicks make just gets funneled into the Rangers. I'm so convinced.
why? I feel like the Knicks would make him more
No,
money.
because no. That's the thing. The Knicks make more money. He just doesn't use the assets that he from the Knicks for the Knicks. They go right to the Rangers. That's why they've been good. He cares more about hockey and he cares about being a bassist in his blues, jazz, whatever band. Bum.
All right, so that's enough of our owner talk. But yeah. So moving on, NFL. We'll stick with the Commanders. Did you hear about Ron Rivera and he's getting fined?
Ron Rivera just pulled a Mike McCarthy.
They got docked 2 OTA days for next season.
Yep.
Because they were having contact practices. What do you feel?
Dude,
about, what do you guys feel about just having contact practices in June? Should the
Dude.
NFL intervene in that scenario?
If whatever's in the contract, just follow the contract. If it's against the rules, which it clearly is, just don't do it. How about that? How about we just follow the rules? What is wrong with that? You have the Players Association come to an agreement. You have ownership come to an agreement. Just follow the contract. You won't get into these situations. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thanks a lot, Ron. Now we got to sit here and waste time on this for something that's absolutely ridiculous because you just can't follow the thing that's in the agreement in the first place.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was my help me out here.
Your rant?
Don,
Tom LaGreca.
that was my Don LaGreca moment there.
Yeah, but I agree. You should follow the protocols, but the NFL's trying to lower contact. I get it.
Yep.
The concussions have been a real issue. It's been heavily documented. But if there's a light contact part in practice, and you're gonna dock a team 2 OTAs next season just for that.
Dude, we're talking serious punishments here. They're only gonna get worse. You know, I mean, yeah, docking a team's practice is not that serious, but it's going to lead to bigger things. Teams are gonna start losing draft picks if it keeps up.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think it's that serious.
If that's what they came to in the agreement, though, right? Everybody sat down, they worked things out. Hey, this is what we want to do. Just follow the rules, dude.
Yeah.
who do you think found out about it? Who
Oh, I'm sure one of the players snitched.
you think that's the case?
I know that's the case. How do you find out that a team had? Oh my God! I went to. Are those open practices for fans to go to?
OTAs, I don't think so.
I don't think
training,
so.
Training camps.
Training camp, yes. OTAs, I don't believe so. So how would somebody find out? Is somebody from the league sitting there with all 32 teams and playing watchdog? No. Somebody snitched hey, yo, this goes against our player agreement, I'm sure. And that's how they found out about it. All right? So somebody's being soft, but at the same time, they signed a contract, honor the contract.
Yeah.
Got a Deshaun Watson update.
Yeah, settled 20 out of 24.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of talking about this. You want to take this one? Like, you want to rant about this, or do you want me to keep going here?
So wait, he settled 20 of 24
Of the lawsuits, yeah.
I'm so confused by that because there was in Texas 2 courts tried bringing up the charges. They did nothing with it, and then he still settled. I don't want to prejudge anybody. That sounds sketchy. This is really sketchy. This sounds weird, right? Now listen, we've talked about this very diligently because this is a crazy situation, and we are on public radio, and if we say the wrong thing here, we are done. Okay? Now listen, these are obviously serious allegations. I don't even know if they're allegations anymore because he just settled 20 out of 24, even though 2 courts just said that there wasn't enough evidence, okay, for a conviction or to do anything with it. I'm so confused and perplexed by this situation. I was like, okay, I kind of want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt a little bit, but when it just kept on piling up, I'm like, all right, he definitely did something wrong.
He scheduled massages with 66 masseuses.
Dude,
that's
when I heard that the Texans were giving him non-disclosure agreements.
Horrible.
What?
Let's go back to our owner discussion. Whoever Houston's owner is.
We can't even tell you because they're that bad of an organization right now. They got me shaking over here. All right, but whoever he is just jumped to number 5, and he's over Dolan. But here's the thing, dude. Now I'm like, I don't really want to talk about it because it is a thing, and I don't want to, I'm not the court or the justice system. I don't know what's necessarily going on, but that's looking sketchy.
And back on the football aspect of it, I've heard that they're trying to reverse the trade potentially.
Oh no, dude! You knew what you were signing up for.
Cleveland should not.
No, Cleveland deserves this.
Yeah, Cleveland should have to face the repercussions of what happens here.
Hold on, there was also another sketchy aspect of it too. Of Deshaun didn't want to play for the Texans. They were having some disagreements there with management, and supposedly a prosecuting lawyer. I don't know if there's multiple or whatever, but I do know that one of them was the neighbor of the ownership. So that's why the whole thing has taken us all over the map of conspiracy theories for this entire allegation.
Do we need a bulletin board with red yarn?
Literally, courtesy of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, that is so, dude, it is the most wild thing. It was like, oh, it looks like a setup. Oh, but now there's this many people. Oh, well, the court said they didn't do anything. Oh, but he just settled 20 out of 24. What is going on here?
And I think if he does get found guilty,
listen, dude,
Cleveland's got to face it.
Listen,
they shouldn't have to reverse. No,
dude, they got to bite it.
Yeah,
they got to bite it. That's on them. There's no reversal. You knew what you were signing up for.
Exactly.
You knew, even if there was one thing, you signed up for this. You deserved it. What you did to Baker Mayfield should never play for them.
Yeah.
Force the trade. If I'm Baker, I never step foot on a Cleveland field in their jersey ever again. I'm not wearing a hat. If my house has jerseys hanging, I'm burning my own jerseys. Okay, for what they did to this man. Draft night photos gone. I want no
evidence.
There's no evidence that I was ever part of the Browns organization because he gave them their heart and soul. However you feel about Baker, I'm not a Baker guy. I do advocate for him over certain quarterbacks. Okay, but I will not sit here and say that Baker is necessarily the guy. I think he can be okay, but I'm not the biggest Baker fan.
This man played with.
Let's make no doubt about it. This guy gave them their heart and soul, as Connor just said,
with a messed up shoulder,
and they literally just stabbed him in the back.
Got him to their first playoffs in 20 years.
First playoff win in years.
What did he play? 5 seasons under 4 coaches.
He tore his labrum and played the entire season for them.
He gave his heart, soul, and shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, Connor. He gave his heart.
Yeah.
Sorry, but.
Thank you. I just don't know what's going on anymore. I've officially am so done with this Cleveland situation. I'm done with Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. I'm done with the Cleveland Browns. They should just be them and the Commanders should just ban them for the season. Just
30 teams.
Nobody wants to see them. Let Myles Garrett and Chase Young go wreak havoc for other teams on a loan for 1 year and bring them back and actually use them. Okay.
Nick Chubb just goes to another team.
Yeah. let everybody go out on a 1 year loan and then after their 1 year suspension,
Whoever
bring
needs
them
a
back.
wide receiver, Amari Cooper's available.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin.
Chase Claypool, top
bring
receiver.
Cooper back to Dallas.
David Njoku's available. If anyone needs a tight end.
Yeah, it's just been a surreal situation, and it just shows that we have to take these accusations seriously. You got to really go through the necessary steps.
I mean, listen, there's been...
And it clearly shows that the Browns didn't really care. They just
100%. And that's what you have to look at. I mean, listen, has there been false allegations before? Yes. Dude, this many people? Come on. He looked like he was in the clear, as I said. Didn't look like there was going to be a conviction. It was just going to be a slap on the wrist from the NFL. But now things are all over the place. And absolutely, when you're dealing with this many people, you always have to take these things seriously. But when there's this many people and you still decided to go forward with this move, that's on you. Mm-hmm. The Browns we thought the Browns turned things around as an organization, and it turns out they're still the Browns.
Yep. Browns is the Browns, as my one friend Juju Smith-Schuster used to say. The Browns
is the Browns.
Juju's Juju, bro. All right, Juju's not doing nothing this season either. Make no mistake about it.
He's in Kansas City now.
Listen,
he's number one in Kansas City.
Juju just looks like a guy that would be a Brown. Let's be honest.
He'd be a Brown.
He'd be a Brown. Like, on like the Browns.
He's on Kansas City now. You think his fortunes will turn around?
No. You're going from the cheetah to Juju? No. He's not going to do anything.
It's Patrick Mahomes, though. Come on.
It's Patrick Mahomes without a guy like the cheetah who can open up the top for you. Juju Smith-Schuster just looks like a guy who's been on the Browns forever, where he's a decent talent. He's not really going to be the best guy in the world, and he's more concerned about things outside of football than in football. That's the Browns.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
That's the Browns?
Yes.
That's the Browns. Tell me I'm wrong. Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield with his commercials.
Chase Claypool.
Josh Gordon.
It's more the Steelers now.
Yeah.
Really,
Did you see
Claypool?
Claypool the other day say that he was a top three
receiver in the
I'm
league.
about to throw my headset across the...
Did you see? He said that.
Stop it. I saw it. And what is... Dude.
Top three in the
I
league,
appreciate the
Top three in
confidence.
what? Canadian football players?
I think that's what he meant. I
Dude,
think that's what he genuinely meant.
Top three at the local YMCA.
I think
what?
he
top
meant...
three in the rec league. Like,
Dude, I don't know what he's like. Listen, I appreciate the confidence because at that level, you should be playing with that level of confidence. But dude, you don't have to say it to everybody. What are you doing?
I think
You
he
got a podcast,
genuinely
man.
meant he has a top 3 potential.
Here's
and
the
he
thing.
can be a
That's
top
not
three
what he said.
receiver.
He said, "I am a top 3 wide receiver."
Yes.
yeah.
But Connor, I think he could be a top 3 receiver. Just based on his body, like his build
could be.
and his athletic ability, he could be a top 3 receiver. But I don't think he has the work ethic.
He said that he is, and he's not. He's not.
He's
He's not.
celebrated
I,
and
no,
cost
as I
his
say,
team down.
I don't think he is, but he could.
I'm telling you
be.
right now, under Kenny Pickett, he's not going to be either.
Really?
Oh.
You were that low on Kenny Pickett?
No, I'm not low on Kenny Pickett. I'm just saying that Kenny Pickett is not going to turn Chase Claypool into the top 3 wide receiver that he wants to be.
Well, we'll see.
He got the MVP on his team.
Who?
Mitch.
Mitch Trubisky.
Oh my
The
God.
MVP.
Nickelodeon's
The
most
That's
valuable
the
player.
MVP right there.
Stop it. Get some help, please.
Stop it. Get some help.
There you go.
Mitch Trubisky.
Got the MVP.
I went and backed up.
What about Mason
Josh
Rudolph?
The backup's back
The
up.
helmet. The helmet.
He
man.
deserved this helmet smack. I said it.
Whoa.
I said it.
Whoa.
That one's a no.
No.
Get some help.
No, dude, he deserved it, dude. Dude, that guy. We've never talked about this on here, right? I wrote a whole article. We've talked about my time at CSB, right?
Yeah.
For those you don't know, I went to a trade school before I was here for broadcasting, and by the initials you can figure out by themselves because they don't pay me to promote for them. So anyway, I wrote an article while I was there because that happened that week, and we were doing sports writing for the day. And my entire article after, dude, I broke down that film. Okay, homeboy started that entire fight. He got tackled down. He tries ripping off Garrett's helmet first, and he kicks him in the family jewels. Okay, so then Garrett gets up, grabs him by his face mask, and rips it off. It's done there. He had his guard tackle whomever, one of the linemen, gets in between them. Mason Rudolph, now that he just got manhandled by a guy who's 3 times his size and 5 times the athlete, okay, as you should get manhandled by, has the choice to, he wants to go talk smack to him. He had a choice where he could have went right and got right in Garrett's face and been a man about it, and I would have respected him a lot more for it. But no. He goes left and has the lineman in between them and then talks smack with them. Don't know what he said in there, but whatever he said, it was good enough to get smacked with a helmet. He initiated the whole thing. He could have been a man about it, and Garrett would have 100% been the villain. But no, he decided to be, words I can't say on this show right now, but, you know, he was the weaker man of the day. Even though what Garrett did wasn't necessarily cool, I don't blame him for what he did. Because he initiated the helmet ripoff, kicked him in the jewels, and then wasn't a man when he wanted to keep talking to him because he had to have his big lineman in between him. Congratulations, Mason Rudolph. You played yourself. Schmuck.
He is a schmuck. All right, so coming up, we're going to have some more MLB Around the Horn.
Oh.
And the Stanley Cup Finals, 2-1 Avalanche. Where does it go from here? For Mazz Midday,
no.
we'll see you soon. Welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Mazz in the Midday here in the second hour. June 22nd, 2022 is the day. Anthony Cafone, Brandon Marazzo, Ben Giroux, Connor Cupid.
Out of all the names, you butcher mine?
No, I butchered Ben's, not yours.
No. You tripped over
You
Brandon.
tried to mix both of ours.
Come on, man.
Brandon
the name
Marazzo.
is partly named
He's the
after me.
co-host.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
I'm sorry.
You ever
Dude.
mute the guy behind the board?
Fellas. No,
Yo,
we
Ant
never
goes
put the
in
guy in
timeout.
timeout because
Here,
he's running
sorry,
the board.
I'll give myself one.
No, you're good.
No, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Hit him with a point. I think in honor of Mama Cafone and it being her birthday, let's talk about her favorite subject. The New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees.
The
All right,
New York
Mom.
Yankees.
Mom, this is for you. We're talking about the Yankees. Ben, turn your mic off. Okay.
I get a headset now.
Hey, man, Mike's been off.
All right.
Oh, it's great.
So the
Dude,
Yankees,
your mom is definitely sitting there like, how does Mazz know that my favorite subject is the Yankees?
Yeah. But,
I spend too much time with your son, that's why.
so the Yanks, 15-18, got their 50th win on Monday, a 4-2 W against the Rays, and frankly, though, last week they still looked really good. A couple of losses here and there, but I mean, they're still just dominant. Yeah, I mean, Cortez's look shaky, but Cole had a great start on Monday. Tyone's still looking good. Montgomery's still looking good. You got Germán coming back, potentially. Chapman's going to be coming back soon.
And things are looking up.
Like, things are looking up, and the lineup's still hitting. And you got to think, like, this team's on a historic pace. The only thing that can really stop them is themselves.
Oh, 100%.
the Blue Jays.
No.
Stop it. Get some
Yeah,
help.
the Blue Jays are, 3-9 against them this year? Yeah, sure. They're going to stop them.
Listen, they're the only team with a win percentage in the 700s. That's where we're at.
Yeah, the Blue Jays cooled off regardless.
All right? Like, the Yanks, this is historic right now. Aaron Judge is on pace for 62. All right? It's not the home run leader, but it is the home run without help, if you know what I mean. You know, so,
He almost tied the game last night.
Dude.
Did you watch last night?
I did not.
So, top of the ninth, the Yanks went in down 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Marwin Gonzalez hits a 2-run home run to bring it within one with 2 outs left. And it was Joey Gallo supposed to get out, but they pinch hit Judge because Judge had, like, way better numbers against, the guy who was in. I think it was, I forgot who it was, but they brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
And first pitch, off the bat, I thought it was gone. It looked way gone. I got up. I was already starting to clap. I turned my back like it was already gone. And then all of a sudden, I turned back around and it just died right at the track.
So you had a Swaggy P moment in baseball.
I literally had a Swaggy P moment watching the Yankees
for
last
somebody
night.
else. You had a Swaggy P moment for somebody else.
Yeah. Well, Aaron
Yeah.
Judge. Hey, Aaron Judge just got a Logic song named after him, okay?
Dude, Aaron
Logic just dropped
Judge.
a new album, and he just had Aaron Judge as one of the names of his song.
I didn't know that, but hey, listen, he deserves it. And everything that you said, like, if Judge is gone after this season, I might boycott.
If the Yankees get Soto, come on.
Dude, I don't want him. Like, let me rephrase.
let him rephrase.
I would love Soto. But, dude, Aaron Judge should be the captain. I said it. This is a guy who banked on himself and told them, I'm worth this amount of money. I'm going to go out there and prove while I'm worth this amount of money. And now he's having a historic season. Okay? The Yankees are not this dominant without Aaron Judge. You can put Soto in for the season, too.
He's going to have an arbitration hearing this Friday, too. So we'll
Judge
see
going to have an
that.
arbitration here?
Yeah.
It's going to be in favor of him. He's the MVP. Make no mistakes about it. Okay? Put Soto in this lineup right now. The Yankees where they're at? Absolutely not. They're
Yeah,
still good.
Soto's struggling this year at the plate, but yeah.
Yeah, no, they're still good, but they're not the number one team in baseball.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you on that one, man.
So Aaron Judge is the number one reason the Yanks are the number one team in baseball. There's multiple reasons.
I mean, they got some.
There's
other great
multiple
contributors,
reasons, but Judge is the number one reason. He's leading the pack, leading the entire league in home runs, team leader, great guy to have in the locker room. All right, we see him and fellow teammates go out to Rangers games. He's keeping the boys together, rallying the squad.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge, blank check him, baby. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I mean they're getting good production outside of other guys in the lineup. Rizzo's
Really
at
benefiting
19
from
homers.
the the field that they play.
I don't think so. Because out of like the 19 homers he's really had, I'd have to say like 15 of them were no doubters.
Well, there is this Twitter account, I believe it's called Would It Dong?
Yes.
Where it tells, yes, Ben, yes.
Hey, I follow it.
Ben follows it. Ben contributes outside of basketball. Ben, you want to talk here? Come on, buddy.
I don't have
You got nothing else to say?
I
follow the Twitter account. I follow that Twitter
So
account.
for those of you that don't know, Would It Dong is a Twitter account that lets you know, out of all the 30 MLB stadiums, would it Ben just pulled up the account for me. Thank you, Ben. So Would It Dong lets you know on how, if a home run is hit in a park, how many parks would that be a home run in? And I can't imagine that Rizzo's is looking that great. Ben, can you find this for me? How many of his
I'm
home
telling
runs?
you, it's gonna look really good, and you're gonna look so stupid.
I think it's gonna look average. I think the number gets cut into half.
Just because he hits home runs in over half the ballparks.
No, not that. I'm saying like
Just because he hits in Yankee Stadium. I'm saying, I've been watching him all season, Mazz. Most of his home runs are no doubters.
Hold on.
Those are all the Rizzo home runs.
These are all the Rizzo home runs.
So give me what you say.
Okay.
Are they all no doubters?
So this one, that projected distance went 359 feet at the Rays Tampa Field. Would be 1 in 15 out of 30.
Okay. That's half the ballparks.
Yep. Hold on.
Yes.
See? I'm telling you, this guy is...
It is also good math.
It's good math.
It is good math. Hold on. I'm still looking at it.
All right, hurry up. Will ya?
Dude, I'm trying. I'm like an old man with this thing.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
there's only like 2 here, man. What did you put me on here?
Hey man, I looked up the Rizzo home
This
run.
doesn't even say like where
This
it would
guy.
be. It just
All
tells
right,
me what
Mazz,
it's the
sorry,
same home
you're
run.
done. You're done.
I'm done. I'm
Get
done.
out.
I
Get
don't
out
blame
of
you.
here.
Get
You're
me
done.
out of here.
Anthony Rizzo, not a fluke.
18 out of 30.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking
He's an
about.
all-star. He's an all-star.
Actually, as of right now,
12
he's
out
not.
of 30.
He should be.
As of right now, the top 2 leading first baseman getters in the AL, Vlad and Ty
11
France.
out of 30. I'm looking
Vlad
pretty good
and
right
who?
now.
Ty France.
I understand that, but I feel like Ty France has dropped off while Rizzo and Vlad have skyrocketed. No?
Here's the thing with Vlad. Vlad had a really mediocre first 2 months of the season. He started to turn it up in June.
yeah.
I just don't know if that's enough to really put him past a guy like Ty France.
I mean,
or
right
Anthony
now
Rizzo.
he is leading the AL first baseman vote because of the name, obviously. Like, who knows Ty France like they know Vlad Guerrero Jr.? You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly. But that's the problem. with
That
these
is the
All-Star
problem,
games.
yeah.
They vote on the names they know.
Why is it the fans that get to decide who can
Dude,
become the starter?
Listen, stop giving fans majority votes. Let them vote.
Tatis has
but
163,000
stop
votes. He
letting
doesn't
the
play
fans
games.
Equal like a substantial amount of the
Yeah.
percentage. Okay, this is what it should come down to, in my personal opinion. Managers all get a vote. That should really matter. Players all get a vote. That should really
Front
matter.
office.
What's up?
In front office.
Front office should get a vote. Journalists and whatever committee-wise should get a vote, but should not be as much as the other ones. Okay, and then fans
Get like 2%.
make up their- Yeah, dude. Because here's the thing: you don't think Mike Trout's gonna get votes crazy in years that he's bad?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been bad, so.
But I'm saying if he
it's
was bad,
It's
in
been a
years-
year where he's been bad.
I'm saying like in years that he's bad, like just being like the household name. All right, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure Jeter started, didn't he?
Well, Jeter started his last year, and I think they gave
Okay.
it to him just because it was.
That's what I'm
last year.
saying. Did Jeter deserve? I love Jeter. Did Jeter deserve to be an All-Star starter?
Probably not.
Thank you.
That
I'm just
year,
talking about
probably
his
not.
numbers for that year. Just
Yeah.
numbers that
Yeah.
year. Didn't deserve it, right? Thank you. So that's the problem with it. Dude, Zaza Pachulia became an all-star in the NBA because of fan vote, because the entire country of Georgia voted for him. That's the problem with fan
Andrew
votes.
Wiggins became a starter that way.
What was that?
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew
became a
Wiggins,
starter
yeah.
that way.
Andrew Wiggins
Zaza
became a starter that
made
way.
the All-Star game, like, actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? I don't
Not a
remember
starter,
this. Why do I
but
not remember this, though?
2018, I think that was.
The entire country of Georgia voted for him.
But I thought he just did. I thought he didn't make it in, though. He never made it into the All-Star game.
No, he made it.
No, was he?
I don't think so.
I'm positive Zaza made it.
What was he averaging that year? It was probably like 11.
Dude, it was awful, whatever it is. I think they had to change the
Zaza
rules.
didn't. That's why they changed the rules, because they couldn't let him in. There's no way he
And
made
they
it.
shouldn't have let him in.
They didn't let him in. They did not.
Dude,
I don't remember
it
this.
got close, dude.
It got close, probably. Probably got close, but he didn't get
now,
in.
now it's time for Mazz to take like 10 years trying to find something on his phone.
No, I'm just...
Ah.
Zaza Pachulia is an executive with the Golden State Warriors. What?
Yeah.
He's got another ring. One more.
I'm so confused right now.
Hey, I mean, he's not on the court, so you won't be able to hurt Kawhi that way.
Yes.
Dude,
Dirty player.
listen. What did we talk about? Who put their foot under...
Kawhi?
Horford put his foot under Steph on that shot.
What game was that? Was it game 3?
I think so. I think it was in Boston.
And you thought he closed out too far?
Dude, he Zaza'd him. He didn't. It wasn't as bad as Zaza, but it's still
Zaza
dangerous.
had to actually like 2 scoots after the fact.
No. You're right, but it was still like it's still a bad play. And we were talking about that. I know we were talking baseball, but
Here
we are.
All right, but let's go back to baseball. Please.
Thank you.
Because we talked basketball for a full hour, but yeah, the All-Star voting is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's whack.
Absolutely.
But like, there's some guys that like Rafael Devers.
Yeah.
Should not be in over Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I mean, a few weeks ago maybe, but Jose Ramirez is leading the league in RBIs.
Yeah.
And he's carrying that Cleveland Guardians team to a wild card spot right now. Him and Jimenez.
Yeah.
Jimenez should be starting at second base over who's starting at second base?
The AL second baseman.
Is it Altuve
It's
right now?
Altuve, right?
As of right now, is Altuve? Like,
I mean, that's fair.
no, but Espinal or Jimenez has been way better. From
Is
Cleveland.
Espinal is in second, I think.
Espinal
In second place,
he's
and
second.
Altuve's in first place.
Yeah, and then you have a Bichette at short. Bichette at short.
Bichette, yeah.
Like
I was.
Bogarts is better.
Yeah, Xander Bogaerts.
Bogarts is way
if
better.
Tim Anderson didn't get hurt,
Yeah.
I think Tim Anderson's actually in first right now. Oh no, second.
Will he be back by All-Star break?
He's back already, but
Yeah, that's right.
I think he's in first or second place for the All-Star voting. If he didn't get hurt, he might have been a genuine option at first. But
then like the outfield, like I don't have any problems with like Ward, Trout, and Judge.
yeah, Ward, Trout, Judge, and Mookie.
Mookie's gonna be hurt. Mookie's hurt right now, I think. So like he's not gonna play.
That's true. Ozzy's like second or third in NL
Ozzy's
second
not gonna
baseman.
play.
He's
Yeah,
out
Ozzy's
for months.
done, yeah.
Ozzy's done for probably till August.
Jazz is leading for second base, and
Which
I
is
feel
fine.
like that's just because of his name a little bit.
But
honestly,
him and McNeil, that's what it should be. Him and McNeil. Like there's no other
Yeah.
second baseman.
Yeah,
in the
him
NL
and
right
McNeil,
now.
I agree.
I think shortstop should be Trey Turner.
Trey Turner for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in the NL, like the outfielders this year, I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty weak.
I mean, I was looking. How do you feel about Kyle Tucker for an AL
the
outfield
AL?
spot? Like if since Taylor Ward got hurt, you know what I mean? Got hurt and kind of stunted that a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Austin Hayes better.
That's another option, yeah.
I would rather go Austin Hayes just because, even though he's on Baltimore, he's been hitting probably the best out of any outfielder right now in baseball.
And our famous,
that Judge.
in the famous words of one of our favorite colleagues with the initials TB, that's a good point.
That's a good point. No, but like I like Austin Hayes. I think he could definitely be a starter in the American League just based on how he's been hitting. And then the National League, we talked a little bit about Jock Peterson maybe, but he's cooled off big time in the
Yeah.
last few weeks. But it's just so difficult because all around baseball this year, just hitting numbers have been down.
In the NL, it's Betts 1. Acuna has second so far,
That's
which
ridiculous.
is interesting
That's
to me.
ridiculous.
Third,
Soto?
believe it or not, is actually Jock, as you said.
Yeah.
And then fourth is Marte, which I understand. Marte deserves it. And Duvall. You believe Duvall is
Oh
sixth?
my God. I saw that yesterday. I was about to fall off my chair. Adam Duvall. He was the RBI leader last year in Major League Baseball. And this year, he's hitting 205.
Yeah, 203 the 632
8
OPS
homers,
with
yeah,
8 homers.
Like, he's not doing anything, but he's getting the votes.
The Braves fans are mass voting, yeah.
If Adam Duvall is in the All-Star game this year, I am not watching.
I'll take Profar over Duvall. Because Profar is playing good.
Yeah, and then the American, I thought, didn't Stanton get in that vote too? In the
It's
outfielders?
it's Trout, Stanton, Ward, Springer's third actually.
I don't know if they'll let Stanton play as an outfielder more as a DH. They'll let Jordan start as a DH and then have
DH
Stanton
right
get-
now.
Jordan probably.
Bryce and Jordan have 1 and 1 on each league, and
Yep.
William
Gonna go to
Contreras.
Bryce.
Well, it's gotta be
William,
Bryce, yeah.
William Contreras is second in the NL.
Who's second in the AL?
Second in the AL is Shohei.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
Another name.
well, Shohei's hitting okay this year.
Who else would you put in the NL DH for second at least? Because first
you
is
said
Jordan.
You said William Contreras.
That's in the AL. I meant AL. Who else would you put besides Shohei for the DH spot? That goes
Stanton?
second.
Stanton.
But they're gonna put him in as an outfielder. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think he should be an outfielder though, because he's been having more starts at DH.
Well, gotta tell Rob to change his All-Star.
I don't know.
input.
Like, who else in the American League outside of like Shohei would you put in the DH in Jordan?
Miggy, give Miggy another
No.
one.
Dude, didn't Mickey just go down with an injury?
He's batting 300 though.
Yeah,
Is
but
it?
he's not going to make it.
Yeah, I know he's not gonna. I mean, there's JD Martinez.
Yes.
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 He's batting 330 with a 931 OPS and 30 RBIs.
I give it to JD.
Yeah, JD's definitely got to be in that discussion. Is Lourdes not Lourdes? Kirk. Alejandro Kirk probably getting.
He's gonna get the AL catcher spot. He's like dominant. He's gonna be the starting catcher in the
Guys,
AL.
I got a question.
Yeah,
Back in the day, the MLB All-Star Game used to mean something.
It still is.
it still
Does
does.
this still give you the?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
It's more of a competition than the MLB or NBA.
I like it a lot. I think it actually gives you a reason to watch the game, and people are like, "Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous." So it's like, no, just win the game. How about that?
I think it's more of a competition than the NBA All-Star game.
Everybody's got to come together and win the game.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Wait, back in like the early 2000s or early 2010s, the All-Star game, the winner of the All-Star game would get home field advantage for the World Series, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it was wow. Okay.
Wait, what does it give you now then?
It's just an exhibition game.
No. I'm fine with it giving you World Series home field advantage. I'm so fine with
Why
that.
would an exhibition game in the middle of July
Because
determine
guess
who
what?
gets
Time
home
out.
field advantage in the biggest championship series?
Time out. It's the same reason why I think the Pro Bowl, if you're gonna have it, should be in the middle of the season, and that should determine
That's
a stadium that's gonna get it.
You're trying to give a exhibition
Can
game.
you stop doing that? You're killing me.
Sorry, Connor. One more time.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. But yeah, it's like
Connor just sitting here playing with a wire just threw me off my game, and he's like, "Oh, it's not coming through this mic, dude. These mics are like they're studio grade, dude. Like, come on, man. They're picking up like every time I breathe in a little bit."
But
Hashtag fat man problems that I have.
so yeah,
But as I was saying, I think it adds viewership, and yes, I think it's ridiculous because you have teams that work all season long and all that good stuff. But here's the thing, right? You want to get viewers on it.
That will work. That will work for
make
sure.
Make it mean something.
That will definitely get viewers.
And it's on you guys. You're. It's not like you have. It's not a team that you've been playing with the entire time. But these are supposed to be the best guys in the game. Get it done. You're playing against legitimately what is supposed to be the best player at every position from the other league, with your league. Get it done. Get the home field advantage. I'd love to see it again.
I don't like it.
And are you happy that the Blue Jays and Rays cooled off?
Why wouldn't he be?
So the Blue Jays cooled off just because outside of Manoah and Gosman had a terrible start. Like their pitching's not as good as it once was at the beginning of the year. And their hitters are starting to get back to where they were, but and the problem with the Rays is just they're too injured.
The Red Sox are coming though.
Speaking of injuries, the Mets are going to get Scherzer back soon. DeGrom's going to be making his way back at some point. Are you at all threatened by the Mets and being a Yankees fan when it comes to the World Series?
I just want to make the World Series first. I just
Fair.
The Braves are coming.
But I'm going to stop it.
No, I'm going to say it.
I got to be honest, dude. I'm concerned about the Mets because they're still winning games and their two best pitchers haven't played. Haven't been playing, I should say. DeGrom hasn't played, I think. Did DeGrom even have a start this year?
No.
I think he was out before. Thank
He
you.
was out before, yeah.
Thank you.
I watched Carlos Carrasco go off.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going nuts. But, dude, they're putting up dude, they're winning by playing baseball. Like, I don't know if the Yankees can sustain, home run mania.
It's definitely something you got to look out for, but they're not always just winning based off their ability to hit home runs.
They've
won a lot of games just by playing small ball.
For all of you analytic guys out there, the sac fly is back, and putting balls into play actually matters. Strikeouts, they mean a lot. We used to just think, strikeouts didn't mean that much because of analytics and all this good stuff. They mean a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Put the balls into play. The sac fly is back in baseball. It's a good time to be a baseball fan, and that's how you win games. The Yanks and the Mets are proving it. Both of them have more sac flies currently, I believe, or right around the number than they had last year, and we're halfway through the season, maybe?
Yep.
Okay, so it's like, dude, put balls into play, and like I said, I'm a little afraid because the Mets are winning games because they're putting balls into play. They have the most RBIs in the entire league. I think when they get pitching back, I think DeGrom's going to be all right when he gets back. Scherzer, we've already seen he's pitching. He's back soon. I don't know, dude. We are the best team in New York, but I'm afraid that this could really come down. They might have a shot, dude. They have a legitimate shot, and I'm afraid.
They had a 3-0 lead at the game I went to, and 8 pitches in. 8 pitches in, they were up 3-0 because Lindor hit the center fielder.
They put guys on base, and that's the problem with the Yanks, dude. I feel at times when Judge is hitting home runs, but who's getting on base? Sometimes it's just single home runs.
This is okay.
I mean, they got guys who get on base.
No, they do. It's just I'm a little concerned.
This
I don't know if you need.
Do you have concerns is all I'm asking. Or are you completely confident?
Well, you're always concerned.
No, you're not always concerned. You're not always
Do you
concerned.
really think every year your team, we're going to breeze right to the World Series?
No. I'm saying, like, there's certain teams that come along and you're like...
Yes, you're always concerned about those teams.
There's teams where it's like, nah, dude, we should get it done. There's not
I feel that way about Toronto. I feel that way about Tampa Bay. I feel that way about Boston.
Yeah.
I feel about that way about the entire AL East. I even feel that way about Houston. I feel we can get it done against Houston. National League wise, I think I'm worried about the Mets. I'm worried about the Dodgers.
Yeah, see, the Dodgers don't scare me as much. But I don't know, dude.
They just have that postseason, like...
No, they do.
They just get it done when it comes to their league, their national league.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. This is definitely going to be a fun one. And, oh, man, imagine if the Yanks go down to the Astros again. Man, you're going to lose your mind.
Yeah, it's going to be, oh, my God.
Like, out of all the teams, like...
I'll be in bed for, like, 3 weeks straight.
You know, it would be like, wake me up when September ends type thing, but wake me up when October ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let me...
Speaking of the Mets...
Yeah, speaking of the Mets...
Connor, weren't you at a game a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
years ago?
Oh, my... All right, let me even get started.
For the record, they didn't win the Schmuck of the Week if something worse happened.
That's fine. So, as a Marlins fan, you know, the Mets are... Their fish are in town for the first time this year, so I decided to go with 5 of my Mets friends. Shout out Daniel Lamoy and John Giftopoulos for making the trip with me.
How dare you call him by his real name?
Johnny
It's
the Greek.
Johnny the Greek.
Anyway, regardless, when Pete Alonso hit the grand slam, I was the only one sitting down, and everyone's high-fiving around me. It was great. When De La Cruz hit the home run, I was the only one standing up. It was interesting.
And no one tried to fight you?
No,
Love to hear it.
not one guy. Because there were some other Marlins fans there. I was trying to find one for a while, I'll be honest with you. But they exist.
They exist?
They exist.
I thought the only Marlins fan that existed was Marlins Man, who goes to everything but Marlins
Marlins
games
man
'cause
and
he had
loud
a
Marlins
dispute.
fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should have known. Before we even left for the game, we're in a diner, and on the TV behind us it says, NJ Transit Line's getting canceled.
Oh, boy.
But it didn't happen yet. There was just talks of it.
Were you in New York when that happened?
When it happened, yes. I was
You
No,
were
no,
in
no.
a diner.
Where were you? Where was the diner?
Oh, Chester.
That's on you.
Yeah.
No,
This
no,
entire
listen.
story is on him.
No, listen, let me tell you
And
something.
he is a schmuck.
They were talking
Amoya's a schmuck, and I love him. And I love John.
No, he didn't take the train. He didn't take the train.
Oh, they both drove in?
Amoya and John
That's
drove
right.
in.
I apologize. I take that back. Amoya and Johnny the Greek, great guys. I apologize.
Not schmucks.
If anybody was in that diner with you and took that
It was
train,
3 of us. It was 3 of us.
schmuck, schmuck, and schmuck.
So, no, it still let us go.
Yeah, I get it. But if you already saw that there was something brewing and you still went over there, this is not you. Finish the story.
So we buy the tickets, no problem. We get to Penn Station, no problem. No problems at all.
All right, no problems. After the game,
7
on the way
straight to the
back.
game. It was the 7th inning. And then that's when the labor strike happened.
For NJ
7th inning.
Transit.
For NJ Transit.
So what happens after the strike?
We start calling anyone to come get us in the city.
From the train station?
From
Where were you guys at when you were calling?
we're in City Field. We're in the game.
Oh, my. So who came and got you, and what time did you get home?
That didn't happen.
What?
Here's how we got home. So after the game, the 7 train to get from City Field back to Penn Station is not part of NJ Transit.
Yeah, it's a
so that's
subway.
fine. That's $5 to get back there. And at that point, we get to Penn Station, and we're just walking around with
Penn
no
Station?
idea what we're going to do in Penn Station.
Did nobody think to call an Uber?
No, that's what we ended up doing. But that's expensive there.
How much?
Let me get there. So we're just trying to see if we could take trains to make this as... Because we don't want to... We spent a lot of money already.
How are
at
you
the
going to
game.
take trains? NJ Transit's on a strike.
No, we're just seeing if we can... You never know. You know what I mean?
No, you do know. There's a strike. What do you mean you don't know?
My friend... I knew.
This is what I have to deal with.
I knew.
This is what I have to deal with right now.
Hey, listen. Can I tell my story?
Yes, but I need you to speed it up a bit because we're coming up on 10 minutes here.
I'm aware. So we were in the NG Transit for like minutes on minutes. We ended up taking an Uber to get to Summit, which is where my friend's moms live. We take her car all the way to the Dover station, and then from the Dover train station, we get my friend Anthony's car that we left there and took that home. It was like a giant relay all the way home. We got there 2:40.
You got home at 2:40.
Home at 2:40.
Around roughly how much did you guys collectively spend?
So the Uber was like, I didn't realize NYCity prices gonna skyrocket. So that was like $190 between the 4 of us.
God.
The Summit, right? You said.
That was the Summit, yeah.
Oh
My
my.
wallet would be
Oh, and the best part at Summit. So she had a Prius. So we get in the Prius. The gas is 1 bar. She got 1 bar of gas. And we're on 78, and then it starts blinking.
Fantastic.
So we look up a 24-hour gas station. We get to it. It's closed. That was the best part. We just started laughing in the car because we're like, when will this...
Listen, at least you're in a Prius, dude. So it's like, even if it fills
Yeah,
up,
we
it's
turned
gonna
on
last
eco
her,
mode,
you
yeah.
know, so.
But we just
turned on eco mode.
We just started laughing in the car because like, when will this night end?
Did your buddy have to go back to Summit?
We were driving to find a gas station. We're going the wrong way. We're going back to Summit. We find a Shell. We just find a Shell randomly, and it was open. We're like, yes.
Okay.
I didn't know you could. Prius, $20, half the tank. I can only dream of that right now.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to buy a Prius, dude. I'm trying to buy a Prius.
$20, half the tank, and it probably gets better mileage.
Probably.
It
does.
Yes. And from there we get to Dover. And keep in mind, the Dover train station, the parking is all day till 2 a.m.
Oh, so you had to pay the parking too?
So we already paid the parking before, $6.
Yeah.
But we're like, let's hope there's no ticket or fine. Because Dover train station don't care that all of NJ Transit just got canceled. They're not related.
No, 100%.
We get there's so many cars there still. There's no ticket on ours, though. We're just like, oh,
Wait,
yes.
were there tickets on other cars?
We didn't look. We just got out of there.
Hey, listen, no problem. We spent a little bit too much time on that, but I blame you guys. I was like, okay, you know, like if this just happened out of nowhere in the middle of the game, but the fact that you saw it on the news and didn't think, that's on you guys.
We were gonna risk it anyway. It was a fun story.
Morons. I'm surrounded by morons.
It's a fun story.
Anyway, speaking of schmucks, coming up here on 10 minutes, I think Schmuck of the Week needs to come back. What am I saying here? We have it every week.
Needs to come back.
Well, we need to give one is what I'm saying. And I saw something heartbreaking. I need to get the correct name here so I don't butcher it, as we know I've been known to do. But this is actually going out to the U.S. Embassy. And I didn't know that we necessarily would give one to
a U.S. embassy.
All right.
To a U.S. embassy.
Okay.
You know, I mean, U.S. government, yeah, you knew they were going to catch one every now and then, but, you know.
It's the government, for Christ's sake, you know?
Here we are, and I believe Brittany Grinder's wife. Brittany Grinder, for those of you that don't know, the WNBA, basically best center in the league, right? I mean.
And then she got trapped and.
She had some stuff on her while she was playing over in Russia because she makes more playing in Russia than she does in the USA, which is absolutely ridiculous. But she got caught, and now she's basically being used as a
political bargaining tool.
Political bargaining tool where, dude, they wanted to trade, like, a weapons dealer. Like, an international criminal, like, weapons dealer for Brittany Griner. Like, that was what the deal that they were trying to make. But anyway, Brittany Griner's basically being used as political, you know, propaganda, like, bargaining chip. And, she was supposed to have a call with her wife that the U.S. Embassy set up to make sure that she's all right and all this stuff. The embassy set the date on it, like, her wife, Cheryl, like, went there trying to get in contact to, like, get, like, the, I don't know if she called or if she was physically there. They had the call set up for her, right? Okay, yeah. They put it on a date that they aren't open, so the call never happens. She never gets to talk to Brittany.
That's ridiculous.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you actually... They've been sitting there. She's a priority. She's a priority. You can't even schedule the phone call. This poor girl's is worried sick. Her partner's in a foreign country that's at war right now. Okay, hasn't seen her since February. And we can't even schedule a phone call, right? You gotta be kidding me right now. I've never been more mad at a Schmuck of the Week because there's so many people that had the chance to not drop the ball, and every single one of you schmucks pulled it off. Congratulations, the dumbest Schmucks of the Week we've ever had. U.S. Embassy, give yourself a round of applause. Hit me with a boink.
That's round of applause first. And then for the U.S. Embassy.
You gotta be kidding me.
This is the U.S. government we're talking about. This is supposed to be the best, most well-trained professionals that deal in hostage prisoner negotiations. And
we can't even schedule a phone call.
We can't even schedule a phone call.
Oh, it didn't happen within business hours. You kidding me?
Business hours.
Are you kidding me?
This is a prisoner negotiation. This isn't a 9-to-5 job where you just call in sick.
Dude, this
This is a prisoner negotiation.
This is not like the stock exchange where you only have 9 to 5 or whatever have you. This isn't insert random.
U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, no, that's 24 hours. It should be like the U.S. Postal Service. All right, this is not insert random business in America where it's like, oh, sorry, we close at 5 and that's it. No more phone calls, nothing. Even though people definitely are making phone calls because they're trying to make business happen. Okay, this is the U.S. Embassy. You're open 24/7, especially if there's hostages. Am I wrong here? What's wrong with you people? Right. What is wrong with you people? I can't do it anymore. I can't. I love this country, but at times it makes me just want to move.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I can't imagine Canada has this problem.
United States of America.
Stop it.
Yes!
Listen, I love this country. It's a great place to live. But sometimes we just drop the ball a little too hard. And this is something that was so easy not to drop the ball on. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. We look like idiots.
U.S. Embassy, Schmuck of the Weeks for...
Did you ever think the U.S. Embassy was getting a Schmuck of the Week? Because I didn't.
I mean, the United States, when it comes to athletics, has
that would have been
things.
The last...
Yeah.
That would have been my
but
last
the embassy.
Idea.
Not the United States, the embassy.
No.
Not a U.S. organization. We're talking about the embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know. We got to think about what would be the most least likely Schmuck of the Week when it comes to sports.
Probably the U.S. Embassy. That's got to be up there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's up there.
It's up there, but there's definitely crazier...
Okay, what do you got? What do you got for not catching a Schmuck of the Week? For
A giraffe. I don't know.
Yeah,
something so obscure.
Okay, fair enough. Animals. Next.
Keenan Thompson. Yeah, there you go.
Keenan Thompson.
I'm just saying, that. The most random...
He's a comedian. He could absolutely catch a Schmuck of the Week.
But that's what I'm saying. There are weirder options than the U.S. Embassy.
I don't think Keenan Thompson is a weirder option than the U.S. Embassy for Schmuck of the Week. Because he's a comedian. They say out of pocket stuff all the time.
Yeah, it's the U.S. Embassy. It's also the U.S. government. So they catch schmucks all the time.
We are run by schmucks.
All right. Before we
never thought we'd get political here, dude. Yeah. But here we are.
But our political discussions consist of calling people schmucks.
Our political discussions consist of our views and our views only. We do not represent the great station here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. We only represent ourselves here, Ant and Mazz, in the midday, followed by Schmucky, Connor, Coopin, and Schmucky Benjero.
All right, before we hop off, we got a few minutes to kill, so we're going to talk about Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes.
Avalanche have a 2-1 lead right now on the Lightning. Lightning had a big win the other night, though.
The first game went into overtime, and they were playing better when they were not on the power play. The second the guy comes back, and within a minute they score, that was so heartbreaking. But you know what? They're down 2-1. They're still playing in Tampa. Lightning have been in this position before in this very playoffs. They're still coming back, Connor, and I don't know how you feel about it.
No!
They're coming back, man. They're gonna win.
Connor, how do you feel about these first 3 games?
I'll give him game 4, but I won't give him game 5.
I think that they got it from here, bro. That's it. It's a lock.
Stop.
It's a lock. He's got to go 7. Does it got to go 7 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to go 7. It has to go 5 at max.
It's 2-1.
Yeah.
So it can go to game 5.
Yeah.
I'm so confused with my math right now. I'm so sorry.
No.
Lightning in 6. I said it.
That is, wow.
Yep.
Avs in 7.
Ooh.
And what are you thinking?
I'm going to have to start the Avs here.
You hop ships?
I've hopped ships.
You hop ships?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Avalanche in their 2 wins have looked a lot better than the Lightning.
Ben,
the
we know you're
a nice bounce back game.
Ben, we know you're our resident hockey expert. Please give us your opinion on who's going to win.
You know what? My dad was watching the game a little bit the other night.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Shout out, Mr.
You know
Giroux.
what? Shout out Papa Giroux. See you in a few minutes.
Few minutes, dude. It takes you a half hour to get home.
I'm gonna go with the Avalanche here.
Oh my god.
3 Avalanche.
And
1 Lightning.
I'm very confident right now because Ben was going with the Celtics last time too. Hey hit him with Ben just gave me Ben just hit me with a death glare.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. All right, we got some time left here.
Can we give Ben a challenge in his last 3 minutes?
Oh yeah, this is Ben's last 5 minutes here.
This is Ben's last 5 minutes, Ben, and this is how we're gonna end this because we're not gonna have him for a while. Ben, with Steph Curry's recent conquer of the historic Boston Celtics.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You
bro?
never thought was gonna get beat. Yeah, good one, big fella. Who is now in your top 10 in the NBA all time?
Do you want me just to list my top 10?
Give me your top 10 in order.
All right, fellas. Well,
I'm telling you right now, if 3 names aren't in the top 10, I'm walking out.
All right,
I'm sorry. 3 names aren't in the first top 3. I'm walking out.
Top 3 are Jordan,
Yep.
LeBron, Kobe.
Thank you. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I got Kobe number 2, but I'm fine with that.
I go Magic at 4.
Ooh, little high for me.
Kareem at 5.
Fair.
Duncan at 6.
Oh, too high. Stop
Shaq
it.
7.
Okay.
Steph 8. Russell 9. And who am I missing? Wilt 10.
Who got knocked off your top 10 with Steph moving up?
Larry Bird's at 11.
Oh my! You're
Larry
a
Bird was at
Boston
10.
Celtics fan.
Here's
And
mine.
I had Russell.
Here's
I had
mine.
Russell up there.
Here's
It's
mine.
fine.
Mike 1, LeBron 2, Kareem 3, Kobe 4, Duncan 5, Shaq 6, Magic 7, Bird 8, Curry 9, Russell 10.
No, Wilt. They changed.
Wilt's 11.
They changed the rules for Wilt. They changed.
Bill Russell beat him when it
He had a
truly
better
mattered.
team. He had a
Bill
better-
Russell.
Bill Russell had a
beat
better
him.
team. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell made those guys the way they were.
No, he did not.
Yes, he
make,
did.
He did not make. He did not make Bob Cousy and John Havlicek. He did not. Stop it. Get some help.
Bob
Listen.
Cousy is nothing
Bill
without
Russell,
Bill Russell.
was the Draymond Green of the '60s. Okay, thank
Bill
you.
Russell was the
Defensive
Wilt stopper.
anchor.
When no one else could stop Wilt in the NBA.
Listen,
Bill Russell did
listen.
it.
He was a defensive anchor and the heart and soul of his teams.
And it's not-
Congratulations, he's Draymond Green.
And it's not like Wilt and Bill split their finals. Bill dominated him.
Name one of Wilt's teammates right now.
Oscar Robertson,
Hal
Jerry
Greer.
West.
Hal Greer.
I don't think he had Oscar.
Wait, did he have no?
No, that was
I'm thinking
Kareem
of
Abdul-Jabbar. He had Jerry West.
Jerry West.
Okay. Name those, but a lot of those came when he was
Did he have
playing.
Hal Greer?
He was playing with the
Did
Philadelphia
he have Hal
Warriors.
Greer?
Yeah, they had Billy Cunningham too.
Go ahead and name a teammate when he was with the Warriors. Because that's when a majority of those games
Didn't
happened.
he have Hal Greer?
Paul Arizin,
Paul Arizin.
Oh,
a top 75
Oh,
player of all time. Paul
congratulations.
Arizin.
Shouldn't be because Dwight's not on the list.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
I can't believe you don't have Larry Legend in your top 10 out of all the people to drop off.
He's number 11.
That is insane to me. That is
was-
insane.
he was-
I am a Lakers fan, and the fact that dude, I would say I could make an argument that Larry might have been better than Magic. Better scorer, better scorer, better rebounder.
I don't know about all that.
Less help. Had a lot of help, but less help.
So, but you're saying that because I know your argument against Kareem is that he was Magic's sidekick. So if you're saying that
No. My argument.
Magic's less than
No.
Larry
I'm
Bird.
saying that Magic and Kareem played with each other, and that helped them. That helped both of them out a lot. And who would you rather play with, Kevin McHale or Jabbar?
I mean,
Kevin
it's not a
McHale
question.
or Magic? Not even a question. Thank you. Okay. Larry Bird never got to play with Magic.
Well, I say McHale's really
Yeah,
underrated.
he's really underrated.
Yeah,
but
remember,
he is,
Bird had Parrish too.
Parrish was.
Dude,
Parrish was solid.
yeah, it's solid, but he's not Jabbar.
It's not worthy.
He's not Magic.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so like we're talking about like that's what I'm saying. I think when it comes to me, you have to factor in the help that guys had, the caliber of players that were around them at the time, and the state of the league and the rules of the league. Okay, so for me, here we are, top of the hour, 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair, and Mazz in the midday, finishing up here real quick. For me, you got to look at that, and I think that time of late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, like that for me is like the golden era of basketball. I don't think it's ever more competitive, and Steph's got to be up there, but you can't have Larry not on the top 10, man. And I'm a Lakers fan.
Well, that'll be it here for Aunt Maz in the midday. Once again, happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Mama
birthday,
Cafone.
Mama Cafone.
Ben Giroux's last time.
Ben
Ben,
Giroux's last
you know
time.
what to do. Lead us out.
Hey, you know what, fellas? Hold on, I want to say something real quick. You know, thank you guys for having me on here. You know, it's been fun these past, what is it, like 6, 7
4,
weeks?
5, 6
Ben,
weeks.
thank you because
know
we
what?
would not be on YouTube without you.
Hey, man, happy to do it for you guys. So, thank you guys for having me on.
You know what to do.
2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Hit me with it.
For Anthony Cafone, Brandon Marazzo, Ben Giroux, and Connor Cupin. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye, y'all.